you very much, Lady Lovegood, for our first donation already.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry about the lateness, guys. Was finishing up some last-minute writing for the player memory because I'm insane, and yeah. Okay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Yeah, let's hop right in since we're starting a little bit late. Why don't we get started with some character intros? And our top left today is Katie.
Hey.
Oh my gosh, I'm first?
You are.
Hey,
Hi.
Cody, thank you for subscribing. 23 months in a row. Holy crap.
You got it, brother.
Thank you. Ooh.
Long day.
Sort of. Chaos.
Yeah, I'm stalling for time for Wes so he can write more.
Yay.
That's how dedicated Wes is. This is gonna be a great backstory, guys. So
Yes.
get those emails in quick, cause Wes is typing.
Also, we might need to fix the cameras on stream. It's a little bit out of off center.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
at
yes.
least from what I'm
Give us a
seeing.
slightly. It's your Zoom window.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got it. Nice.
Yep. There we go.
All right. Hi guys. Welcome.
Hi there.
We're getting recentered on the Zoom.
Yeah.
All right, I need an emoji, huh?
Yeah.
That
Oh,
would be
thank you for the
something that I also
reminder.
need to
Oh, you
do.
got your own
Yeah.
one. Isn't
We
he
do.
like a jade one?
I think there's
Yeah,
a jade one now.
Mhm.
What? There is a jade one.
Yeah, there is a
There
jade
is.
one now.
Ooh.
Wait, where?
On-
A happy
There
jade.
There is.
Yay!
Welcome officially to the emote squad.
With a silver.
What was that, Katie? Your mic didn't go through.
That's amazing!
There you go. Yeah.
That's really cool. Oh wow,
Yeah.
awesome. Hi, I'm Katie. That's my character in chat.
Isn't it so
It
exciting
is.
though?
Oh, it's so cool. I am a Goliath barbarian named Jade, and I don't remember where we left off last week, so this is gonna be great. Hopefully, we're all alive and
Hopefully.
get to
We met a
fight.
very nice
dream.
old couple.
We did meet a very nice old couple. I do remember that.
Augustus and
Yeah.
Oh right.
Tira.
Oh, I don't
Although
trust them.
it almost wasn't a very nice old couple, depending on the role, but you know.
But thankfully the role was in our favor.
Yeah.
We
Still
do
don't
like it
trust
when that
them.
happens.
Never trust the old people.
Never trust the old people. That is so true. All right. I guess I'm gonna hand it off to Nisa.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
gosh.
I know what I'm gonna give you. This is my little sus blue.
Little
that I got.
Oh.
Hey!
Hey. I got a
Oh
good
yeah, I
one
need to
for
turn
them.
the sound off. There we go.
I happened to hop on stream right when you were opening.
I
that.
have
I'm
one
like,
too.
That's so cute.
No.
Oh, you got
Oh
a
my
little. Oh, you got a
Yours
little
is a
Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Yeah. I got my own little sus bloop, and then my accountability buddy. Is Joey,
Nice.
And so I got
Nice.
Oh.
County
Aw.
Killa Buddy and my
Which
accountability
one's
buddy.
sus?
Super sus. All right.
They're
need a
both
little
sus,
sus.
always.
Yeah.
Here it comes, Nisa.
All right. Am I going the right way?
You need to reach by your window.
Oh,
Window
okay.
side.
Over
Yeah.
by the
You
window.
saw nothing. You saw nothing. Okay.
There is
We're so good
nothing
at
Go
this
straight
there.
shit.
to it, Katie.
Okay,
Movie
I got
magic,
it.
everybody.
I
You
think
saw
I got it.
nothing.
Yeah.
I think I got it. Oh, it's a little
Yay.
Pusheen. It's a little Pusheen.
Oh,
Aw.
I love Pusheen.
Yeah, little snackage. But yeah. Anyways, hi guys. I'm Nisa. We're Nazareth in chat. I'm going to drop. I had her, but then I lost her. Oh geez, please stand by. Oh gosh.
Technical difficulties. Don't mind us.
Nisa.exe has
I heard
stopped working.
Evan is just taking a bit of a trip in a carriage somewhere.
Yep.
Do all of the I don't have access to the Yeet emotes right now for some reason.
Oh, no.
I don't know. That's
Oh,
weird.
Control R. It might be just Switch. It does that sometimes. Emotes just drop out of nowhere.
Great. Please stand by. But anyways, hi, I'm Nisa. or Nazareth in
Hi there.
There it is. Okay. That is
Hey.
me in chat with my own emote of our residential half-elven rogue Avenir Ellsbein, who is an arcane trickster, so she knows a thing or two about magic. Last session, we got to get into a peek of her backstory, and she learned a thing or two about stranger danger when she was
Stranger
a little
danger!
bitch.
Oh no,
Danger,
that was a
danger.
quick
Very
lesson
big
learned.
stranger danger.
Very
Yeah.
much so. Much stranger danger.
Yeah, because of that, it explains a lot of things about Avenir as a person today. So
Just a little, just a pinch.
little, just a pinch. But yeah, can't wait to see what the session has in store. As we can see in the episode title, we're in unknown territory, so this is going to be very interesting. So
That's not the scariest title we've ever had.
this is
be
true.
fair.
No, it's really not. It's not
So-
even. I don't even think it's the second scariest title we've ever had.
So I think we're good.
Yeah, honestly, like seeing unknown territory, I'm like, okay,
This could be
feels
good
more-
or bad. Who knows?
This could be fine. It's fine.
Great.
Yeah.
Good. We're
But
good.
yeah, let's see what the session has in store. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and pass Pusheen off to Steve down below. He's
Oh,
down
hi
under,
there.
just
How
like
did
in
my-
Australia.
Oh, are we doing
Ah.
plushies tonight? I didn't know we were doing.
What
plushies
the?
tonight.
I may break the trend just. For a
I
joke
tried to
that
figure out if I
have.
was holding the right button. I forgot how to
I
use my
have a
sense
question.
bar. How did my little what is this called? Beanie.
Oh,
I got this from Carly
that's
a
so
few Christmases
cool.
ago.
Aw.
How did it have my charged phone that I was like posting that we're doing it? Hi there, I'm Tyson. I'm currently renovating my home. You may have seen in the
Renovating.
previous stream that behind me was a shack that was not, maybe up to standard. So I'm rebuilding. Oh
Did
no,
you
this
tear
is the
it down
wrong
yourself, or
screenshot.
did you
Hold
get
on,
somebody
this is the
else to
wrong
do it?
screenshot. This was for some reason Overwatch. Hold on, I'm gonna.
How did
steal
you
for
get
time.
there?
What?
Um,
Tyson's the new character in Overwatch?
Hold on.
Tyson's the new character.
What?
Oh wow, my
Oh
house.
wow, Tyson's a new character.
You found my. I'm currently renovating with this lovely house you can see. No, this is not a screenshot of Valheim. This is my
Oh.
new home that I'm renovating. The roof had a bit of an issue. I'm currently going invisible. Oh no, help
Oh,
me.
no.
I don't feel
How
good,
dare.
Mr. Stark.
Oh, how dare you!
No.
How dare you, sir?
How dare
Hi
you.
there. I'm Tyson. I am the male fighter Goliath of the brunch. The brunch?
We have
What
Brunch
do we
gang.
want?
nailed
I
down
don't
or
know.
The
Or
brunch,
party
brunch,
gang?
the brunch gang. We're the brunch gang, and Tyson, he's learned a lot of things along the way, such as trying to build a house. That's not going to plan. This was my old house. It should be on. There's like a fire. This is probably going to go bad. Tyson has broken down walls, as this has many walls broken down before, and he has made mistakes. But those mistakes he tries to correct, and he also, wants to make friends along the way. Because if you don't make friends, why do the journey, right? Because we've all come together about almost a year, and we've come together as one.
Good lord, it
We've-
has been
we've
almost a year.
Learn flaws about one
Gosh.
another. Tyson's perfect. What are you talking about? He almost killed the whole team completely. What?
Multiple
I
times.
did do that once, actually.
Multiple times
it-
he's almost
but it
killed
didn't-
us.
But it didn't count. 'Cause
Yeah, but yeah, he tries his best, and we're currently in his kingdom right now, Braedon, and there are two people who used to inhabit that land, Tyson, and up here. No, I don't know where to point. Jade, who used to be called Willow. I don't know where I'm pointing. I think I'm pointing the right way.
nope.
I'm
Other way.
hoping.
Other way.
There
Flip
we
it
go.
over.
There you go.
There
It's
you go.
back to front on the stream, so I don't know where I'm
Okay.
pointing.
Yeah, I know
Zoom
how it
makes
is.
Directions weird.
Yeah.
This is the branch gang always had issues with maps. We don't know which way is right, which way is left. I
we
am
don't.
NZ Stephen F. Did that show up? Because it's saying Tyson
Yeah, it showed up.
in the chat.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
so
you're
mine
good.
is not working, but hi, that is Tyson. He's a strong boy. And that is now my. Do you need more time, miss? Before I pass it on, I'm gonna pass this PlayStation 4 controller. Oh my dog! I spilt water all over it this morning.
I
Uh-oh.
saw.
Oh no.
Yeah, this frigging cup, yo. It
Is
just
it
need
bad
to
that my
get-
first thought was, that's on brand?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I
just
knocked my HyperX
So
over.
you
Let
knocked
Oh,
me
you
know
can't
when
even
you're
see
ready,
it.
Steve.
Hold on,
water.
my mic's not. It's keying out. You good now? Okay.
We still got me and Joey.
Ready?
Yeah, we still got
Pass it down to Joey.
It's the
Even
controller.
Catherine-
Wait, I'm passing
I
down.
didn't
Oh,
get
no,
a
we
chance
got
I
it.
thought I was
either.
gonna pass
You got it,
the.
yeah.
I didn't get a chance. All right, Steve, by handing me said PlayStation 5 controller, you've
Here's the
activated my
controller.
trap card.
Okay.
I take that back. I take that back. I don't want the trap card.
Hey everyone, I am Ziochu or Zio, or Cody, or whatever you really want to call me. I answered almost anything. One of which also being Kaelin Vesteris, our half-elven cleric ranger, and now I shall show you my emote. I do love this emote. It's great. All of the emotes are amazing, so
I love the emotes.
I do love them very much. But yeah, so Kaelin's had some troubles recently.
Thank you for subscribing.
Very, very much emotional
guys.
issues. Had some issues with leaving a door closed.
Whoops.
Oops. So yeah, he's been working through some things. But recently he's decided from now on the words aren't good enough for him. And from here on out, he's gonna let his actions do the speaking for him. We'll see if hopefully he can keep his word. And have a little bit of fun while we're at it. I'm curious to see what this session holds. It's gonna be interesting tonight. And yeah, I think that's really about it. All you need to know about me. I mean, not a lot of people know a lot about Kaelin, myself included. But I do have some ideas of some things that I want to do in the future, so I look forward to being able to share those with you. And instead of giving Odd the trap card, because that's bad luck, you can have Pikachu. So
Okay.
here you go.
Oh, yay.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
go
Oh,
ahead.
it's Baymax in a Viking hat.
Yeah. That's so
We got
cute.
Baymax in a Viking hat.
I don't know how that makes sense, but it's adorable.
Oh my god, I want
I
one.
crocheted him a Viking hat.
Oh, that's so cute.
He just needed it. That's all. Hi, I'm Odd, Wizard of Odd in chat. I will post my emoji since we're doing that. I play Katrin Hizzy. I am a high elf wizard who is an illusionist, but who also likes to use fire because sometimes fire just gets the job done better, or worse, depending on.
So
your
you're saying
perspective.
that frying Tyson gets the job done?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Good damn
Sometimes
lord.
you just gotta blow things up. Am I right?
You're right.
This
though.
is true, I'll give you
Um,
that. Sometimes
I was like, sometimes you
explosions
just
work
gotta
better than
blow
words.
things. Yeah. So,
Hi, Hawk.
yes,
Hello,
Hawk
kitty.
is here.
Hello.
She's just like, hello, mama.
Is that your replacement
hello?
when you're on maternity leave? Is Kitty takes over?
Yeah, we'll just let Hawk
I
take over my
approve of
spot when I'm on maternity leave in like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Woo.
Hawk is gonna be like,
Um,
meow, fireball, meow.
Yeah.
Everybody die.
What else?
Perfect.
See.
Perfect fit there.
I think that's really it. So we're gonna hand Baymax off to Joey.
Okay.
That way.
All
Yeah?
right. I got
Yes.
it. Yes.
Got it?
And I'm going. No,
You're
am I-
reaching the wrong
I'm going
side.
the
You're
wrong
over
way. Okay.
Cattail.
You give him the cat tail. Is that another cat tail? Oh.
Hawk just needed to be in the way. apparently.
Thank you,
Okay.
Odd. Cody,
Yeah.
you stole my bit. I have my trap card, which is
Wait,
John
did I
Lennon.
really?
Is
She
it
just
John
has a card
Cook?
with
Is it
John.
John?
It's John Lennon. My aunt has
John
these
Lennon.
like super
That's
old from
amazing.
1965 Beatles trading cards.
Oh my
Which
god.
hold on, I'll show you them. They're very old. Like they've got like trivia on the back.
Oh wow.
That's the
Like,
top trap
Beatles
card.
trivia?
Oh
That is-
boy.
That
Yeah,
trap card
real-
cannot be countered.
Real trivia. Should I read one?
Oh no.
Go for it.
Oh
No?
my dog.
No, you can.
Okay. Oh, which
I'm
one is the
curious.
funny one? Oh, okay. Question: do you ever get any complaints after one of your performances? And this is Ringo.
How did you know that? That's one of the things that always comes across me. Yes, keep going.
And this is Ringo answering. Sure, we do. Or should I do a Liverpool? Sure, we do.
Liverpool.
Usually from the manager of the. Nope, that's not it.
Actually, that was pretty good.
I was like, I actually know a guy from Liverpool. That's not quite right.
Usually from the manager of the theater. The reason? Well, our fans throw so many jelly beans at us that the custodian usually bothers him for a raise. Actually, we don't even like jelly babies anymore. Right now, we prefer steaks. Maybe I shouldn't have said this because at our next performance, we may have to duck a batch of flying steaks.
I think I heard about that. Like people throwing stuff at the Beatles.
They must have. I don't know if my aunt did.
I'm not surprised if people.
She was
would-
one of the. She was there when that happened.
I'm Dr. Rowless.
Wes is regretting all of his life decisions right now.
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
We're good.
Um,
Everything's fine.
Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Boneless. I'm gonna put myself in chat. There I am. I'm
Yay.
Megashore9 in chat.
Boneless.
I'm a deep gnome warlock.
You didn't forget this time.
Yeah, for once.
I'm a male fighter Goliath. I feel like I may have forgotten that. I've forgotten.
No,
many
you said
things.
it.
No,
You
you
did.
said it.
Okay.
Yeah,
My
you're
brain's forgetful now.
I
Roll for
use
memory.
I use Eldritch Blast a lot,
Pew pew.
and I don't know. I think I make fun of our enemies more than I hurt them. But then
Why?
again,
Hey,
I hurt them
sometimes
emotionally.
It's a little
Yeah,
bit.
you scar them emotionally there.
They go home and cry about it.
And lest we forget that Dr. Bubbles was the MVP last session with
This
the,
is true.
True.
over
Oh,
100
yeah.
refugees.
Saved a
made-
lot of people.
Yeah, you
I did something
Good work
smart.
there, Joey.
Thank you.
Hey,
That was great.
Yeah,
yes, we
what
got
the
a dono.
Enchenko donated $45. Advantage roll to the lowest player roll, and the rest of the player memory. So $25
dice
for
is
player memory,
perfect.
and
Thank you.
yeah, nice.
Low.
Hold on, let
The
me get my
rest
bad
to
dice.
the
We gotta-
lowest.
And it says
Okay.
player
much
roll,
is-
so I don't get to roll on this one.
Haha.
Let me grab my bad dice.
All right, so Thunk.
Let me get the yellow dice. Hold on.
All right,
Thunk,
let me
yeah,
see.
thunk roll.
I can't
Thunk
open my
roll.
dice box.
I'm
How
not
much
getting
is that towards the player
got
memory?
a
Does that convert
7.
to the command?
I can't
25.
roll.
it. The one time I want to roll low and I roll a 17. That's just my luck.
I rolled an 11.
I rolled a
17,
7.
11, a 7.
I literally cannot get
Yeah,
my
A
no,
dice
it's
box
3!
open.
Oh my god, why I had to roll high? 18. Dang
I
it.
used
See,
my
you had
insight
my
Oh,
dice.
Katie gets an advantage roll.
Wait.
Say, give it to Katie because I
Nice.
can't get this box open. There we go.
My bad
Okay.
dice.
Wes,
go.
which trading card would you like? Do you have a favorite beetle?
No.
Okay. You want Paul? I can give
Oh,
you
I got a
Paul.
10.
Sure.
Paul
Paul.
McCartney.
Sorry,
Okay.
Paul McCartney.
Who was not
Oh,
related
that's a
to
beetle,
GC
right?
McCartney.
No, he's
No.
not.
No.
Yeah, not related. Yeah.
Not at
So
all.
here's Paul for Wes.
Thank you. Thank you
Hey.
so much. All right. Well, hi guys. I am your dungeon master for the evening. I'm Wes, and welcome to Yeet for Initiative. This is going to be kind of an interesting session, everybody. I hope you're ready for things to go
Oh,
on.
I'm
like-
ready.
The word interesting, by definition, can might be either positive or negative.
Or negative.
Yeah,
In-
no,
in
that's
its
why
connotation.
that's why I use that and not other words. Okay. So last session we left you guys off in a house with an
Gasses.
old man and his wife who are kind of harboring some
Fugitives.
well, I wouldn't say fugitives.
Refugees.
They're
refugees.
harboring
Oh, with fugitives.
people that are wanted by the crown, and he is the guy has expressed his distaste for the current king.
Right.
So I guess without further ado, let's hop back into that house. I
I
believe
actually watched like
at the
that.
last.
It was
I was gonna say at the last part. I believe Cody, you went downstairs
Yes, I
to the
left.
base.
because you were antisocial for the group. Yeah.
And,
Oh no, yeah, I had used all my
Sorry, but-
social energy. I was
Yeah.
done.
And he was getting yelled at by his wife, but we leave you guys in that house. So if we would like to pick up there, yeah, we can get on with the story.
All right.
Yay!
When we go downstairs, just because I have an RP idea, are there any like kids or anything that's in like? Well, first, what do we see like when we go down?
Okay, so you go downstairs. Downstairs in the basement, there's like almost looks like a bunch of storage stuff. So it's like this kind of crappy rock basement. It's not like part of it. It doesn't look like it was part of the building. It looks as though like the floor of the house was just kind of built over a hole in the ground. So it's like carved out rock and stuff. It's there's some support beams underneath holding up the rest of the house, but it looks more or less like this was a mining hole. And down there you see some busted barrels, some boxes, and then you see about 12 refugees from Nevada kind of huddling in the corner, and they're just kind of eating some like bread and drinking water, and they are like scarfing it down. They weren't kept under the best conditions. So, they look a little worse for wear. Their clothing is tattered. They look dirty. They definitely smell. But as the two of you walk down, they kind of like look up at you, like kind of scared. And then when they see you're not Goliaths, they kind of like relax. And one of them's going to turn to both of you and just, are you from Nevada as well?
No, I'm afraid I'm not.
Oh,
Here to help.
what are you doing in Braedon then? Outsiders are not allowed here, as we unfortunately discovered.
It's a long story, but we're here to help. We'll try to figure out some way to get us to safety.
I appreciate it, but I don't understand how you're going to get anyone out of this city. It's a fortress here.
We're playing it by ear. We're learning. We're quickly learning that too. But
We're individuals of unique talents, you could say.
Real quick, Nisa, you sound very low.
okay.
Yeah, you are a little quiet. I was gonna say something too.
Can you try without your pop filter? Without the thing on top, see if that makes a difference.
Hopefully,
Try
it doesn't
speak now.
smack me in the face. Does that?
Oh, you're like
better.
last time.
That's better.
That's
right there.
better.
Yeah, it's better.
That's
Okay.
much better.
Okay, because last session I went into my Zoom settings because last session I noticed I was a little loud, so it was kind of like I'm gonna adjust my audio.
I was hoping you get smacked in the face. That's the Steve friend me like, do it again. Smack her in the face.
Yeah, thanks, Steve. Yeah, it's,
You're
last
welcome.
time I moved the pop filter, it just like decked me in the face.
Oh,
so
no.
I'm just gonna.
Yikes.
Right in front of your
Yeah,
dads.
that's much better where you're
Yeah.
at now.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Dang it. What was?
So the rest of the group, and there's no kids here. It's all adults, but they kind of range in age. There's like, it looks like there's might be an elderly couple, probably in their mid to late 50s or 60s, and then the rest of them look anywhere from like probably 28 up until around 30, 35.
Okay.
And the guy who's talking to you right now, he looks to be right around there, like 32 probably, and he's actually oh my gosh, I can't remember the name. He is, we'll just go with human for now. Yeah, he's
Human.
a human. Yeah.
That's
He
fair.
looks human.
There are two elves in the group. They look to be scholars.
Okay. Yeah, I just asked the guy that we're conversing with. Can you tell us what happened? How if you can, and if you're comfortable to, like how Nevad fell, and just how you guys came here.
And like you see, like as you talk are asking that question, you see like a bunch of people like from the group look up at you, and then they just drop their heads down. And the guy, he does seem weak and a little bit frail. He stands up off of the box that he was sitting on, and like you can tell he's in pain as he stands. I can tell you, but he looks back to the group. I'd rather not do it around the others. It's been a hard
Very well.
couple of weeks.
Before anything else, are you all right?
Just a little malnourished is all. We haven't exactly been dining on 3-course meals. Well, after Nevada.
I can understand that, but what I meant is you seemed to be in pain when you were standing up.
My muscles are weak.
Hearing this and just knowing what these people have been through, I'm going to take some rations out of my bag and just set them over near them. Take what I have. I don't need it right now.
And he nods to you. That is very kind. Far more kindness that we've received here.
It's
And
not
he-
much, but it's at least something.
And he nods, and he takes the 3 rations over to the rest of the group and just picks up a meager portion of bread for himself and, like, munches on it, and returns over to you. If you would like, I can walk you through the events of what happened.
Maybe for the best.
Is there an area downstairs that, like, the 3 of us can have that conversation away from the group?
So the way it's set up is there's a wooden staircase coming down. Over in the right corner is, like, there's kind of a group of them over there. They're huddled in blankets, and there's, like, some crude bedding that's down. And then behind you, underneath the stair, there's some more barrels and things that look like potentially water or other supplies in crates. But there is a further back area you could go. And if you whisper, you're fairly confident the group won't be able to hear you.
Okay. Kind of like gestures to move over into that area.
After you.
And he, like, kind of limps into the darker corner. There's a lamp above the staircase, which is kind of lighting that immediate area, but further in the back it's a little darker. And it's definitely dusty, so he, like, kind of wipes off one of the old crates and sits down, and it creaks as he lowers his weight onto it.
I just cast Dancing Lights, so we get a little bit of light.
Oh, you know magic.
A thing or two.
There were a few mages that made it through what happened in Avad, but most of them died defending the town.
Noble cause, I'm sure.
For all the good it did.
Well,
Where do I even begin? Most of my friends and family weren't quite so lucky. And you can tell he's kind of, like, choked up thinking about it. And then shakes his head and dismisses it. So, where should I begin?
The day of the attacks. Were there...
A day? We were under siege for over a month.
Assuming you had no assistance from any other kingdoms?
We couldn't get a hold of any other kingdoms. Any messenger birds we had were shot from the sky, and eventually they pulled in these monsters, these abominations, these massive dead creatures. They had an army of these abominations. They looked horrific. Ogres and giants. Most of them rotting from the inside out. Assaulted our walls, and nothing seemed to affect them. We held them off for a time, but they just kept coming. No matter how many we slew, there was always more to replace them. Dead as far as the eye could see. Hundreds of thousands.
May be hard to believe, but that's actually why we're here.
You think they would come to Braedon?
They already have.
And he just kind of, like, his eyes open wide, and he gulps. What do you mean? And you can see the hairs on his arms stand up on end. As you can just tell that this, like, almost cold chill ran through his body when he's thinking about that potentially happening again.
I'm not trying to alarm you, but it is something to keep an eye on. We ran into a representative from the kingdom that those creatures came from.
What kind of representative could obey any commands? What kind of representative could the undead have?
Yes. It's definitely a complex thing to unpack, but it's something that we're aiming to fight against. And unfortunately became right when we were able to.
And he kind of shakes his head. Neither of you seem to understand. There is no fighting that army. Navad had some of the most powerful magical defenses in the world. And they swatted us down like a fly in merely a month. And they don't even lose forces when they take a town. They simply turn the living into the dead to serve them.
Believe me, we're well aware of what they do. We've seen it firsthand.
Multiple times.
Then you know, if that army is coming here, the best thing to do is run.
I'm afraid that's not an option anymore.
Death is the only alternative.
Then I will throw my life in front of anybody that needs my help.
And he just kind of looks right up at you. My brother said that too. When they breached the walls, I saw him again. Turned into one of those things. He must have had some semblance of who he was before. Because the first people he killed was his family. This is not a battle to win. To fight is to die. To run is to survive. And maybe, just maybe, if you can gather enough forces from all of the kingdoms that still remain, then you can fight. But no matter how strong Braedon's defenses are, they pale in comparison to what we saw at Navad.
To run would be to give up every bit of life that we have ever known, not just ours, but every bit on this planet.
Working.
I refuse to let that happen.
And we're working on finding a way to fight this power. We're stumbling through it, to be quite frank, but we are working on it.
I'm glad to see that the two of you still have hope.
As she looks at Kaylin, trying to be like, please help me out here, so...
It is good to see that at least there are still people with hope. You must understand. Do not take my pessimism for the lack of will to fight. I'm merely saying that this army cannot be killed by conventional means. For every undead you destroy, 3 more will take its place. They even brought back dead who have been gone for centuries. It is not just the living you need to fear. They ransacked graveyards outside of Navad and used our ancestors to attempt to breach the walls. I saw this firsthand. At first we thought it was some sort of spectacle, some odd amalgamation of magic bringing the dead back to life. And then we saw the armies. They tested our defenses with our loved ones before bringing in the rest of their force.
I can't say that I understand what you're going through having to deal with all of that. But if there's one thing that I know, seeing these monsters firsthand, is that we can't let them win. I will not let them win and take everything that anybody cares about. What I'm going to do is fight. I understand that you're scared, but I know you see that fighting is the only way.
I do understand that eventually you will have to fight. What I'm saying is that if more kingdoms don't band together against this force, all it's going to do is add to their strength.
That's why we're here.
I don't mean to continuously sound pessimistic, but what can two of you do against hundreds of thousands?
Avenir smirks at that. There's actually a few more of us. They're currently upstairs with Augustus, I believe his name. And one of which is, as she looks to Kaelin, be like, should I say it?
He's the true king of Braedon.
Well, forgive me, but unless this house is much bigger than it seemed from when we walked in, I don't think that anyone inside of this house is going to be enough to fight against that army.
We don't need you to fight against the army. We just need you to help us get others to band together. Leave the army to us. We will defend you as best we can.
I appreciate the sentiment, sir. I really do. And when the time comes and I have built up my strength, I will fight against them. But if this place is truly going to be under siege, the best course of action is to take the people of Braedon and run.
You really think they'll listen to a couple of outsiders?
I don't. But if what you said about the true king of Braedon being upstairs is true, maybe he can convince them.
Not while that monster sits on the throne, he can't.
Forgive me, I suppose I don't quite understand. Are you saying that King Tyson is not someone that you are friends with?
Well, the current person on the throne may be called King Tyson, but he's taking on the persona of the true king. The monster that's currently on the throne is what he is, a monster. And we're working to help our friend, the true king, the actual Tyson.
And then he stops for a second. Wait. You said before that a representative of High Velantry came here.
That is correct.
Was that the creature that cast magic on us in the warehouse?
Yep.
Yes, it was.
What happened to those who were left behind?
I'm sorry, but we couldn't save them.
And he just kind of looks at the ground. I see. And he kind of looks up at you again, Kayla, and you see like a tear dropping down his cheek. You see, don't you, that fighting them right now is futile. With just one of them, they managed to kill a group of us inside of one of the most protected cities.
Abner looks over to Kaelin, just be like, we're gonna have to...
I know. I know we need more, but we can't get more.
And you must understand that their army doesn't just have one necromancer. They have hundreds of those that can turn the living into the dead. If the one with the mask truly was one of those undead with magic, there's an army of just them. Those spellcasters alone could take out much of Braedon's defenses and turn them into its own army. To fight against that sort of army, you'd need an army of clerics to counter their magic.
Well, we won't be getting that anytime soon, I'm sure.
I just wish that somebody could have gotten a message to the Valkyries.
Hearing the Valkyries, you see Kalen just kind of like look at the necklace that's currently holding his amulet and then just like clutch it extremely tightly. They wouldn't have listened anyway.
The undead rising from their graves. That is why the Order was founded in the first place. That's why they were given the name of the Great Celestial. When we saw the undead rising, we sent to them for help. They assured us that a few undead would be no problem for our guards. But before we could send a message about the armies, it was too late. They surrounded us from all sides and laid siege to the city.
I'm sorry, but even if you wanted to reach them, I'm afraid that I'm sure there's no way right now.
He kind of just nods. It's hard to keep hope.
Believe me, I'm well aware. But if we give up now, I mean, yes, we need more people, but that's what we need to do. We need to band together. We can't give up until the very last moment. I refuse to stand here and do nothing while people are dying.
That is honorable of you. What is your name?
It's Kalen.
It's nice to meet you, Kalen.
You as well. I'm afraid I never asked for yours either. My apologies.
My name is Braedon.
You've done very well taking care of all of these people. And I'm sure that you've had help.
Yes, the kind Goliaths upstairs were nice enough to take us in, full well knowing that they could be executed for harboring criminals, as that is what the king has labeled us. Criminals.
Yes, so I've been told. We need a change. Avenir, I think it's time. We need to bring this up to him.
You two do what you must. I'm gonna stay here and take care of the rest of them. You may not believe it by the looks of me, but there are many of us who are, many of them who are worse off than me. And as he stands up, his shirt kind of falls over his shoulder, and you can see like these scar marks on his back and on his arm. And he stands up and starts limping back over to the group.
Before you go,
Yes.
I think I may be able to help you at least a little bit. I'm not sure how well.
How do you mean?
I did say I was an individual of unique talents, didn't I?
You had mentioned that, yes?
Well, perhaps it's time that I show you.
And he kind of
And
just
I'll-
looks at you questioningly.
I'll walk over to him and place a hand gently on his shoulder and cast Cure Wounds.
You actually see, you didn't notice it on the other side, on his right sleeve. It was covering his arm, but his arm was actually dangling a little bit, and as you cast Cure Wounds, his shoulder actually pops back into place. It was dislocated. And he just, and then you see him start to lift his arm. Thank you. Wait, are you a healer?
One of the few that I've ever met, yes.
What kind of magic was this?
Well, let's just say your message to the Valkyries may not have gone unheeded.
Are you one of the clerics of the Order of the Valkyrie?
And then at that, Kaled removes his hand from his amulet and just pulls it out from under his shirt. Yes, I am.
Did you receive our message, or did they send you here? Is there
Not
more
quite.
of you?
I'm afraid I'm the only one.
And he kind of looks at... If they knew the threat was so severe, why would they only send one?
They didn't send me at all.
I don't understand.
And Avenir just looks at Kaylin, just like, interesting. I don't understand this either.
It's a long story. I'll tell you about it another time. But I came here of my own volition. I'm here to put the true king back on the throne and hopefully reunite Braedon so that we may use their power against this undead force.
Anyone still alive will need their help, for sure. But
Indeed.
if you do make it out of here, maybe you should seek out your order. They would believe something coming from another one of them. And he kind of...
Not myself, I'm afraid.
He just kind of like looks at the ground. I see. Well, I hope that whatever issues they have with you or you with them, that you might figure them out to save
Perhaps
the rest
one
of
day.
us. And he kind of just nods to you and walks back to the group. Also, we got a donation from JD Hood. It says $20 for Katie, and choose whatever you would like. So you can have 2 health potions, an advantage roll, or anything you want.
I'll take 2 health potions.
2 health potions.
I
All
have a lot
right.
of health potions. I'm like stocking up.
That's good. That's good.
Take stock before we head on the road.
And the guy kind of like shuffles over and sits down on a box. And we'll cut to the group upstairs still, real quick.
Are we still talking to the old people?
I'm not that old.
To Augustus.
I didn't say that out loud. I didn't say that out loud.
You gotta use the cross finger out of character thing. Otherwise, that's just a super character.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
That's so great.
I'm not old.
I'm not that old.
I'm not that old.
So remember the last thing that we left off was he got berated by his wife because he told her to shut up. And then that was
I'm gonna pay for that one later.
Augustus.
Happy marriage.
Yes.
Would you like me to do you a favor and maybe run you your own funeral before it happens? Because I don't know what your survival rate is now after.
At least
what you
I'd
just
have
did.
some peace and quiet. Oof.
This happened quite often.
Mike. And then you hear a voice from the other room. You can't die until I say so. Oh.
I have a friend with a dagger who can end it now if you want.
That sounds a little too painful and bloody. I don't want to make a mess.
Oh yeah, your wife might.
And he kind of just like
she must.
grins at you a little bit. He's like, but it would be pretty funny to make her clean it up, wouldn't it?
Yeah, after you go away. One question, Augustus. How long has the town been like this? And
What do you mean?
sort of like very unorganized, much of a mess since Mikael fell.
Well, I mean, very soon after the King Tyson took over for his father, and there was something about traitors, and And yes, the one of the king's Mikhail's old friends, Kenobu, they said he was a traitor to the crown and was killed trying to murder the king.
I can tell you right now that Kenobi was not ever a traitor. He was always loyal to Mikhail.
I didn't believe it either, trust me. I knew Ken when he was a younger boy. He was always a kind lad and was always very good to the people of Braedon, even though he had such a high station.
He is a very good mentor, that man.
Mentor, what?
He helped me when I was little to be a future king, and there's a lot of things I learned from.
Oh, yes. You said something about. You said something about being the true king. Sorry, my memory's a little.
It's okay.
I don't. I mean.
And he like looks around the room and like back towards where his wife is, and he's like,
I still think the king's a bit of an ass, but
He
don't
is
tell
an ass.
anyone
He's-
I said that.
That's alright. Whatever stays in this room, stays in this room. He's not actually Tyson, but he's a big prick. I hope he falls into a stake one day.
That sounds like too fitting of an end for him. I'd rather something with boiling tar, or maybe a nice volcano.
Meanwhile, Tyson's here like, hold on, man, let me write these down.
Give me some
Is there
ideas.
any how to cook for Goliaths? How to cook
Roast, boil.
roast Goliath?
Hey, cherry rips, thanks for the...
Oh yeah, we just got a little.
You're all free to stay here as long as you want, but I have some things to take care of, if that's all right.
and he kind of like shuffles up a small, like there's like 3 stairs, and he like slowly goes up the stairs into a little area that has a kitchen table and kind of like a little area for cooking.
Augustus, you want some help?
No, I've got it. Like I said before, I'm responsible for myself. I didn't live this long just to have someone wait hand-in-knee on me. I'm not rich or anything.
It's alright, Augustus. Just shout out if you need anything, okay?
All right, okay. Very strange to have a king waiting on me.
And if you need any help with the cooking, you could say I am a seasoned chef.
And he kind of looks back at you and he's like, he kind of looks back at you and like, yes. And then under his breath you hear, like, looks more like the side dish to me.
Hey!
Got him.
I feel attacked.
You're just tiny.
Mm.
Okay, so now what do you guys want to do?
I look at Tyson because I'm still up there in the room.
Yeah.
Do you think we can trust him?
He looks like it. I don't think this is some kind of charade, some kind of I'm still trying to wrap my head around what you guys call Arcana magic.
Arcana?
Arcana, yeah, Arcana. I don't think there's any Arcana because Ev did a bit of a check with her and she cleared it. There was no things happening.
I mean, you don't have to be magical to be untrustworthy.
True, but if he was working with them, we probably would be dead right now. Ev and that are downstairs, haven't heard screaming, so I assume that this isn't some kind of ambush.
I suppose not.
Well, no, we need to have a proper plan, because remember how I had those 2 plans, was either head towards the tower more or find a way out?
Yes.
I still really want to go out of town, but head forward. May need to see what the others have to say, but you're okay though. Are you 2 fine?
Who, me?
Yeah, in terms of like character. Katrin and Doctor, are you both okay?
I mean, I'm fine. We're
Because we kind of had a bit of a big showdown with, you know,
oh
that man from
I've been
Nevada.
in worse spots before.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine.
Good doctor. Okay.
Really quick, out of character. Can I get who is with our party currently?
Just the three
I'm
of us.
having
The other
just-
two are downstairs.
I meant,
Jay's
like-
there too.
Yeah, Jade's upstairs.
Jade's upstairs, and
Oh,
the Queen
my
and
bad. I
Edgar.
can't count.
Where did the Queen and Edgar go? Just to remind me. I'm drawing.
The Queen, I believe, stayed with Arturus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's right.
And Edgar and Ryak created the distraction for you guys to get across town.
Yeah, they're still gone.
I was like having trouble remembering where everybody was.
It's just us.
Now that I can't count right, ask you to. Not realizing that I thought Jade was downstairs.
Okay.
Jade, are you okay?
I look at Jade because at this point I would have known that the old man had brought up her father being killed. Did she react at all?
Jade's just been like in a corner or like looking out the window for an escape route. I don't think she's been really paying attention to the conversation.
Yeah.
She didn't hear her father's name.
I'm not sure how close she would be standing, but
It's a pretty small house, I will say.
then if she did hear, she pretended not to.
Okay.
Tyson still goes to check, like, assuming that he thinks that Jade would have heard. Jade, are you okay?
Yes. We have to get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, we need... That guy did say we had 10 days. Did Jade know about that, or did Time... Oh, wait, no, Time froze. Never mind. She would have heard
No,
it.
time
My
was
brain-
unfrozen.
Yeah, time
was
was
unfrozen.
unfrozen.
Time's unfrozen. So apparent...
Yeah, and
Oh,
then
you go first.
you hear yelling in the streets. But you can't quite make it out yet, but it does sound like it's coming closer.
Okay.
So the people who
Does
are
anyone-
the people who are
Are
upstairs
there-
can hear it a little bit.
Are there
look out
any
the window.
windows in? Yeah, can we look at
Yeah, I
the
was gonna
window?
look at the window if there was
There's a window right next to the door, but it's covered with like a dark curtain right now.
Oh, okay.
I
Can
was
we
looking out the
stealthily
window.
peek out the window
Yeah.
with a perception check?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Alright,
Stealthily peeking out the
I
window.
don't see anything.
Alright, let me
5.
see.
I think it's a 6.
12
Perception.
5, 17.
I got a 13, so I'm not seeing very much.
I'm blind as fuck.
17. Yeah, so you can like kind of make out what is being said with the 17. Looking out the street, you see like far off down the distance toward the warehouse. You see 2 soldiers kind of cupping their hands and yelling, and what you hear is you can just barely make it out, but it sounds something along the lines of they're calling a. They're yelling something about the Nevada citizens, but they're not quite close enough for you to hear exactly what they're saying. But it does seem like they are coming this direction.
I don't think we're going to be safe here for very much longer. So if you have a plan, I'd love to hear it.
Can we do a lip reading check? Can we read the soldier's lips?
Do you
I
have?
think they're too far away.
Yeah. Do you have a telescope or binoculars?
I don't
E
think
old
so.
binocular.
No.
Yeah. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. All right.
Okay.
What else do you guys want to do?
But I had said to Tyson, I turned
Mhm.
and I said, I don't think we're safe here for very much longer. So if you have a plan,
Well, we have 10 days to figure our ish out. According
I
to
peek
that.
back out the window and I say we have 20 minutes.
Okay, well, we need to get out and somehow get the refugees out. How many people were outside? Did you get a peek? I couldn't see anything.
Hold on a minute. Wes, would we know that the house is built on a mining hole?
None of you have gone downstairs.
Okay. Okay, so Should we do that? Because I have been.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna.
have
I
an
turned-
idea.
Maybe,
I
but
turn
but
to
it-
Dr. Boneless and
but
I
again, you
tell
guys
him
wouldn't
to-
know that it wasn't that
Yeah.
there was anything down there. So if you guys are in the middle of conversation, then you wouldn't think to go down there unless you wanted to like check on.
Yeah, I was gonna connect the.
Yeah, we should go
I
downstairs.
feel like we need to get out, but the Augustus did say the refugees are downstairs.
Yeah.
And
Question.
Yeah.
Is there a roof?
Uh,
Like
yeah.
Like, is there like an entrance to the roof somewhere?
This seems like it's a one-story house. It's pretty small. There's stairs going down, but and there's like a little step up into the like kitchen and eating area, and then it goes off into like a little tiny bedroom on the side, which is where Augustus and his wife are.
So if Tyson and I were to go out into the streets, we're Goliath, so
would blend
we'd
in.
probably be fine, right?
I mean, potentially, but your character would definitely know that you're both wearing armor and are armed, so that would not go over very well.
Well, I wear a big old cloak over all that.
But you are
I
carrying
think
a
I
great
gave one
sword.
to Tyson. I'm hiding it.
I don't know if that would stop the clanking of armor or the clanking of your sword on your armor, though. But you guys can
Is
go
there
out
a
in the
mix?
street and find out.
Dancing in the street.
But with our armor sounds.
It's
Alright.
just a giant
Don't
bag
be
of
suspicious.
coins. It's K.
And now the voices have gotten close enough that you can hear like them speaking a little bit more and can kind of make out the words if you guys would like to go to the window and try and make a perception check to hear.
Yes.
I can do that again.
Yeah.
I didn't leave the window. I'm still at the window.
My dice is.
I mean, 22.
Nice.
Ooh, 7.
I got a
like that number.
3. I don't hear nothing.
Nope.
Yeah, I got a 22.
22 and the 23, you guys are both able to make out exactly what they're saying. And what is being said is, Citizens of Braedon, there are criminals from Nevada. The crown is offering 1,000 gold per head. Anyone who turns them in will receive 1,000 gold per criminal turned in. They have committed a serious crime, have destroyed property in the kingdom, and have unleashed magic which is forbidden. Anyone caught harboring them will be put to death.
How many guards are there?
Peering around the street, you can see that there's about 3 of them walking this direction right now, but based on what you would assume, you think that there's probably a bunch more of these patrols.
But only 3 right here.
3 right there, yes.
I'm gonna ask my party out of character real quick. To do something stupid or to not do something stupid?
Oh,
Go.
do it.
I feel like we want to do
I'm
something
not in
it.
the room,
today.
so I can't stop you.
Do it.
The 3 of us, yeah.
All right. I'm gonna crack open the door upon hearing this,
Uh-oh.
and keep myself like when you wear a bathrobe and you answer the door, for some reason you feel the need to still like
Yeah. Mhm.
cover yourself more. So I'm wearing my cloak and I'm like just cracking out the door and I'm like psst, psst, to get their attention.
Well, they rolled a nat 1 on perception, so they don't exactly hear you.
Oh no.
Yikes.
Okay. I
Yo,
try
my
again.
homie.
I try again and I'm like, and Jade is just gonna say, "Excuse me,
Okay, they'll
Guards.
yeah.
Jade's not gonna put on the voice again.
not that one."
Yeah,
God.
one of them looks over and sees you, and is like, hold up a minute, and walks up to the
And-
door. Yes.
Yeah, and I motion for all of them to get closer, and I'm like an eyeball in the door. Okay.
Mhm.
Are they all there?
Just one of them has come up. The other 2 are kind of like waiting on that one.
That one dude. Hi.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Can
sir.
I help you?
I might have some information that you seek, but I would feel more comfortable telling all of you. Could you come over here? I'm kind of telling him to like grab his buddies.
Yeah, he doesn't really detect any deception from you. So he just kind of
Braedon's
waves
right
them
there.
over. Come here. This citizen might know of something. And then they all kind of crowd around the door. Yes?
I'm gonna look to Tyson, and I'm gonna look to. Oh shoot! Dang it! We have 2 people downstairs. But I'm gonna look at all the people who are upstairs, and I'm gonna give a look.
What
got the
kind of look?
You'll know when you know.
Okay. All right.
But I'm hoping Tyson's next words are he draws his sword. I'm gonna say to them, "You're looking for fugitives, yes?
Yes, we are.
Oh, please come in. I think I have information for you, but I don't want anyone to hear there are spies all over the city."
And this guard kind of looks Jade up and down and gives a smirk and is like, absolutely, we can come in.
And I open the door, and I don't want anyone to be in the door.
Vicinity area.
Everyone I want behind the door, and I wouldn't have done whatever. It's fine, just for envisioning it. So I kind of open the door, but only big enough to like fit their bodies through, and I rush them, like hurry them in.
Okay.
Are they in?
So the first one comes in
Oh boy.
as you're trying to hurry them in, and they see a high elf and a deep gnome.
We
And-
were behind the door. Wait, they're behind the door. I was hiding them.
Like you said, the window was
Yeah,
by
we
the
were
door,
like,
right?
we went in the
Yeah,
door.
so here's the door, and here's the window, and the door opens, and there's a wall right here.
They're
Like
behind
a
the
wall
door.
right here on the...
Wherever they can be hidden, I wanted them specifically to be hidden. So
Okay.
wherever
That was
we
the
gotta
idea that I
say
was
they are
thinking
to
was
make it
I could hear
happen.
the...
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So we're playing set.
Sure. So Dr. Boneless and Katrin both roll stealth checks
Oh
Okay.
no. All right.
because he rolled a pretty high perception roll.
Can I assist with my large body?
Oh, yeah,
23.
you could hop on us, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna use a thing I've never used before. I got a 14, so I'm gonna use this thing called Dark One's Own Luck. Once per short
nice.
rest, when you make an ability check or a saving throw, you can use this feature to add a D10 to your roll. Do
Oh,
so
okay.
after seeing the roll, but before the effects occur. So I'm gonna use
Good
that.
work, Joey. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeet, skeet boy. So I get a 14 plus
Mhm.
9. So I got a 23.
Okay.
I
All
also
right.
got a
So
23.
you guys are
because
both
my
stealthed.
Yeah.
You guys are both stealthed.
Mhm.
So he motions everybody in, and he's kind of got this like goofy smirk on his face. And then they see Tyson,
Uh-oh.
who is still wielding his shield of old Braedon.
It's okay. I
forgot
have a
about
plan.
that.
Wait, hang
Okay,
on.
But
Right.
they are all
Right.
three
We're
in
playing.
the house.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, technically, it would be my surprise round, but
Are you going to
you're the
attack?
DM. Okay, hang on. Here's what I want to do. You just tell me whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. The third guy comes in. I want to shut the door and say, "Oh yes, I have the information about the fugitives." And I draw my sword and I say, "Looks like you found them."
I can't.
Well, they all came in and they were staring straight at Tyson and began drawing their weapons.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
Hello, boys.
you are going to be attacking them from behind, so your attacks will have advantage,
Yeet.
and you
Good work.
get a surprise round.
Do Odd and I get surprised because we're totally stealth?
You're also totally behind the door,
Okay.
That is
but
true. We were behind the door. We get a surprise round on the door.
and I'm pretty sure that Jade never
Take
actually explicitly told anybody
Wait,
she was
no.
going to attack
Jade
them.
shut the door.
I think at this point, Katrin would recognize what she was doing by her voice.
Yeah,
and by the look
you
she
and Dr. Bunless are also like 3 feet away from these guys.
Okay.
Gave them the eyes. Whether or not they understood them is up to
I'm
their
Yeah.
characters.
Pretty
Yeah.
sure Katrin would
Katrin-
understand what she was doing.
Yeah, Katrin might understand, and Dr. Bunless might understand.
All right. But so first off, let's see it for initiative.
Yay!
I would like to say to these men that walked in, hello, boys.
Aw.
Bring it on.
Yeah, and they are beginning to draw their weapons.
I knew my luck would run out with this dice soon. I got a 4.
Ooh, I got a 19.
Plus 1.
Me too.
So I got a 5 total. You're in dice jail. We're gonna get this one now.
Me and Boneless are
This
like,
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But
I got
get
a
surprise round technically.
15. Because I rolled a 13 and plus 2.
All right. Got their initiative ordered down. Let's so Nisa oh yeah, you're in the basement. Yeah, so you don't get one. Joey, what would you get?
I got a 19.
19. That's pretty good. No Cody. Odd.
Got a rock.
5.
5.
Steve
I got a 15. Or was it a 15?
15.
Yeah, 13 plus 2.
and Katie.
19.
19. Okay, so which of you and Joey has the highest initiative?
I only have a
Problem.
+1.
Me too.
Uh-oh. Should
Roll
we just
off?
roll off?
Who has the highest dexterity?
Dex? Let me see.
I mean, I guess we could just choose between us.
I have a +0 dex, so you can go first.
Okay, so
if you
yeah,
want.
we'll do Katie first and then Joey. And then it will be the soldier. So okay. So for the surprise round, it starts off Katie, then Joey, and then Odd, and then Steve. Oh wait, no, then Steve, then Odd.
I was like, I think I go last.
But Steve does not get the surprise round, unfortunately, because they saw you
gotta
pretty much
hurt
immediately.
me. Yeah, they gotta hurt me. I'm just a vulnerable man.
So
who just
Katie,
happened to
you're
find
attacking
us on
from
eBay.
from behind with a surprise round, so your attacks will have an advantage this round.
Yes. And I did roll that, and so my total to hit would be a 24, and that is using my weapon master.
Great weapon master. Okay, so
Minus the 5.
that hits.
Nice.
Should I? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oof. That's gonna be 32 points of damage.
Okay, for the first attack.
That's the first attack.
Yeah.
And then my second attack, I would like to target a different guy next to him,
Okay.
if possible. Okay, and that's going to be 23 to hit.
That hits. Your first slash, you cut down behind him, and you actually slice through the back of his armor and spray blood all over the carpet on the ground.
Ooh.
Oh, weird. That's the exact same amount. So
Tear
another
is gonna be
32 points
pissed.
of damage.
All right. Okay. And now it is Joey, Dr. Boneless. What you doing?
Okay, so I can't do something ranged.
You're
Wonderful.
technically behind them too, so you have advantage on your roll, and they don't see you, so they can't actually make a attack of opportunity against you.
Oh, fun. Okay.
I'm imagining that
our-
the surprise round is kind of happening all at once.
Oh,
Okay. Is Tyson in front of them?
Aw, thank you, Nisa.
What did you?
Is Tyson
Nisa
in
donated $10 for the player memory.
Yay!
What's up?
Is Tyson in front of them? Because if I
Tyson
use
is in
they
front
really
of them
can't make-
towards the kitchen. You guys are to the left behind the door. Jade just attacked down, so you'll have to sidestep a little bit to get to not hit Jade.
Okay. So
Well,
if I
you
hit
actually
them-
probably could shoot through Jade's legs, but
I'm tempted to hit them with a frying pan.
Because I want to make sure they hit the wall and not somebody else when they're pushed back. So can I just sidestep into that position or duck or whatever?
sure.
Okay. So I'll do that, and then I'm gonna hit 2 of them because
With,
I have 2.
with your nice Eldritch Blast.
Yes, sir.
All right. So with advantage, go ahead.
Okay. With with advantage. Ooh, fun
Yay.
times. Love that for me.
Love that journey for you.
Okay, so the first one hits for 18. And the second one hits for dirty 20.
Okay, so both hit.
Okay, fun. Lovely. Where's my d10?
And I'm assuming you're hitting both of the people that Jade already hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bonking them backwards
Yeah,
against
because they
the
moved
wall.
back 10 feet.
Yeah. So again, they're gonna get bonked. So the first one takes 12 damage, and the second one also takes 12 damage.
All right. Okay. And they both fly back into the wall, and actually they break a rocking chair. One of them breaks a rocking chair that was in the corner of the room, and the other smashes into a bookshelf and shatters it, spilling books all over the floor.
Sorry, Augustus.
Pissed.
And it does create a lot of noise. And now Odd.
Okay.
Wait, isn't it me next?
Nope.
Yeah. I was
You're
like,
not part of the surprise round because you were in front of them.
Oh, surprise. Okay, yeah, my bad. Yeah.
So I'm gonna cast Hold Person as a third level, which lets me target 2 of them. How many just got pushed against the wall, or was it all of them?
2 of them.
2.
There's a third
Okay.
one that has not been hit by anything yet.
Okay. Are they all within 30 feet of each other, I think?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to cast it then on the one person who hasn't been damaged yet, and one of the other guys who got pushed against the wall. I'll let you choose.
All right.
They both have to make a Wisdom saving throw.
All right. So the one who's not damaged makes a throw, and he scores a nat 20.
Dang it.
And then the other one rolled a 4. So
Okay, so the one.
Well, do they roll at disadvantage because she's at surprise round?
Either way, he got a nat 20.
it's not that's not a attack from behind. It's a like hold person, something that they can break out of.
Okay,
Oh,
so
fine.
one guy is now paralyzed against the wall and cannot move unless he makes another Wisdom saving throw on his turn.
Got it.
If anybody wants to attack the guy who can't move,
You'll have advantage on your roll. But
we will have
now
advantage.
we are out of the surprise round. Katie, it is your turn again.
Paralyzed, paralyzed.
I'm going to smite them.
You're not a paladin.
Good
So the 2 have been knocked away, and the one who's uninjured is the one right next to you.
That's going to be
Smack him.
a 22.
Hits.
Nice. What was that, Katie? Your mic didn't transmit.
31. Sorry, I'm mumbling to math.
31
Okay.
damage.
31
Okay.
damage. And to be specific, because I did not say, I would like to target the one that Odd just hit.
Oh, the one who's against the wall. So running past the uninjured guy will provoke an attack of opportunity.
Oh, I didn't realize they were that spread out. So then I'll just.
Yeah,
hit
so
the guy who's
she
right
knocked
in
them
front
back like about 8 feet into the wall on the other side.
Okay.
And there's one that's left. He's completely uninjured, but he's like he was in the group of 3 that walked in. So
I'll just attack the guy that's right in front of me then.
Okay. So that was how much damage? It was 31, right?
31, yeah.
All right, 30. No, so, okay, and your second attack?
Yep. Is he not dead?
Nope.
Oof. I'm not gonna hit on that one. Wait, I have a roll, right? Don't I have a new roll?
Roll advantage? Yeah,
I
you
do
can
have
re-roll.
an advantage. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use it because that was a 1.
Uh-oh.
Oops, I just threw my dice, but thank you for the advantage. Thank you for the advantage, whoever gave that to me. I think it was last week. That's an 18, so 18 plus 11 is 29 minus 5.
24.
24.
All right. Okay, so
And that's
that does
gonna
hit.
be- It's gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 plus 18. I just did that. 29 points damage.
29 points of damage.
Dang.
So,
Very
yeah, you
nice.
cleave this guy down the back, and he spins to try and block your second strike, but you slice him through the leg, and he's actually bleeding. He falls to the ground. He's still alive, but blood is kind of pooling under him and soaking into the carpet. So next up, we've got Joey.
Not unconscious, right? I didn't knock him to 0 hit points?
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Chill Touch on the guy who's on the floor. And even if it doesn't hit, I'm gonna have, because I create a ghostly skeletal hand, so I'm gonna have the hand give him a bitch slap.
Okay. So you're chill touching, chill slapping, I guess.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Bravo.
Oh yeah, that's an attack for me.
Yeah, mother said you're a hamster.
And I want to use an advantage because I really want this to hit. Just cause.
For the storyline. You just gotta
Yes.
slap somebody.
For flavor text.
Exactly.
Oh, my first
flavor
roll was a
slap.
nat 19, and so that's a 26 to hit.
All right.
Nice.
So that does hit. And you're casting on one of the people on the ground, and
The guy, yeah.
That's the one who's been held, right? you used
The
advantage
one
roll?
who's bleeding, the one that Jade just.
Oh, okay. So the one that was
Bleed
closest to
through.
you. So okay. Yeah.
Okay. Which one of these is a D8 again? This one? Yes. Okay. So I 2d8. 2d8. So the first one's a 7 plus 6. 13 damage.
13 damage. So
13 necrotic.
it's necrotic, right?
Yeah.
So you cast it, and you watch as it slaps him in the face, and then from there down, it like leaves a handprint that starts sinking into him, and you watch as it almost looks as all the fluids in his body start to freeze up, and he kind of like holds the claws at his face, and then he just kind of like slumps over.
Okay. Bye bye.
Yeah.
I'm just
And I'm
imagining
gonna.
in the stage like, come on, man, I'm bleeding.
All
And
right.
I'm gonna use my bonus action for a perception check. Can I hear anything outside? Have they noticed us yet?
Nothing. I'll just let you know. You're in the middle of battle, so it's gonna be hard to tell, but you don't
Okay.
really hear anything outside.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, if we're making noise upstairs that sounds like fighting, can Avenir and Kaylin do perception checks to see if they notice and come
IPD.
upstairs?
Oh yeah, no.
Y'all
I
hear
mean,
something?
here's the thing. People definitely notice
Uh-oh.
Oh dear.
Downstairs, you're saying.
because after you've cast Chilled Touch and people have slammed into the walls, Augustus comes out. What
I was gonna ask about that.
What the hell
Tara's
is
gonna-
happening out here? And he comes around the corner. And the one guard who is not held person
No.
No, Grandpa.
No.
It's plays
Don't you
Wiz.
dare.
No.
No,
I don't
runs
like that.
up the
Nobody
stairs
likes
into the
that.
kitchen and puts his sword to the old man's throat.
Oh no, he didn't.
Like holds. He didn't like.
Yeah,
actually...
he
doesn't
grabs
stab
him
his
and puts
shoulder?
the sword to his throat.
Okay.
Help me.
Okay. So
Move it, any of you, and move and the old man dies.
Okay. All right.
Real quick.
All right, okay.
Please tell me Tara's gonna whip his ass.
And he's going to
Still there.
hold his action after that.
Okay. So we have one guy who's down.
One guy's dead.
One down.
One guy's dead. Okay.
One
guy
guy's
is
one guy's
paralyzed.
against was knocked into the bookshelf and is like held person frozen.
Okay, and then one guy ran up and took a hostage. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So what do you guys do?
He's trying
Are we
to,
out of
you know-
initiative order?
No, we're still in.
You're still in initiative order, and it's
So-
gonna go to Tyson. He's kind of jumped up like over the railing on the side past you and has grabbed
Yeah.
Augustus.
Tyson goes, shit. Because he realized that this is now involving more people than it's supposed to. Damn, I don't know if I should play like, who the frig is this old man? I don't know him. But that might get him killed.
You can hold your
Dang
action,
it.
Tyson.
Yeah, because Tyson's just about to start, and now that this is starting up, I can't really.
I mean, you got to do
attack.
something.
Tyson goes up to him. What do you want?
Stay back! Stay back or I'll kill the old man.
Does Tara hear that? Like, doesn't say anything, but hears that?
His wife?
Yeah, his wife.
I mean,
Right.
she might, but
Can his wife
Come on, Tara,
come
whoop his
up with a
please.
behind with the
Help me.
frying pan and just like
you guys haven't seen his wife yet. You don't even know if she's mobile.
his wife
is true.
sounds pretty mobile.
She did lie down.
Yeah, you'd be surprised.
I hold my action because I feel like if I attack, he's a dead man.
All right, so you
Fine.
hold your action.
Question. How close is Jade standing to me right now?
Very close.
Within, like, touching distance?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
I have a good thing to use.
So Tyson holds his action, and then it would be Odd's turn. Actually, no, it's the other guy who's gonna try and break free from his hold. And does a 15 do it?
It does. He breaks out. But that's his action.
That's his whole action?
Let me double check.
Pretty sure that's just a wisdom save. I don't think that uses up his action.
Oh, it just says that the spell ends.
Yeah.
So I guess that's not his
So
action.
he doesn't use his
Well,
action. So
Aw.
he immediately breaks free and like looks shocked and like holds up his sword towards Tyson, and then starts slowly. You better back up or I'll kill him. Back up or I'll kill him. And he holds his
Do you
sword up
seem-
to you, Tyson, and starts backing up
Yeah.
toward the old man. Like, if you want, you can make an attack of opportunity against him. But because he's passing right by you.
Yeah. Damn, I was hoping to try and get them to stop the hold on him and like just call it them being a pussy. Sorry, being a wuss. And they won't fight me like a real Goliath.
Well, one of their people already died, and then they got blasted with magic. One of them got paralyzed for a moment.
That one just got pulled to sleep. It was his bedtime. It was his name was Greg. No, Ted. Ted needed to go sleep. Bye. Oh, if I attack, they're gonna stab.
Yeah, so you have the an attack of opportunity right now if you want to try it,
Mhm.
but you don't know what's
It's
going to
gonna be consequential, yeah. Tyson doesn't do anything because there's consequences if he hits. And I don't want Augustus to get shanked. Oh, Tyson wants to attack, but I can't. Tyson holds his.
All right,
What?
I'm gonna have to make it just speed it up a little bit because.
No,
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. I'm
All right.
holding. I won't.
All right,
do.
you hold your action
Wait.
and let the guy pass, and he gets behind his buddy with his sword drawn, and they start backing up into the bedroom. Odd, it's your turn.
Okay. Can you tell me like what that looks like? Is it a doorway?
So
Are they
how
in the
how
doorway
this
yet?
how this looks? So here's the front door that you were hiding behind, and then straight ahead of you are the stairs going down, and then to the right there's kind of like a little step up into this kind of railed off area, with a kitchen table. They're backing in a hallway that's across from that. So like pretty much 45 degrees to your right, they're backing down a small hallway.
But I can see the hallway, right?
You can see the opening to the hallway. You can't see down the hallway.
But they're still in view.
Yes.
I immediately reach out and grab Jade by the arm,
Mhm.
and I misty step us both behind the gentleman backing up in a flash.
Okay.
There's no throws, there's no nothing. It's just,
Yeah, no.
we immediately teleport behind them.
And that's a bonus action, right?
That is a bonus action.
Yeah.
Hey,
So you still
you're
have
up
your
to
actual action.
Airball his head.
Both of you roll
I would
stealth
hit
real quick.
them.
Sorry, what?
Both of you roll
We have
stealth.
to both roll stealth.
Oh, I'm not very stealthy. Oh, no! Why? Why would I waste it on a dumb stealth roll? It's a
That-
nat 20, dang it!
Oh, dang.
You're very stealth.
I got a 26.
Okay, so you guys misty step back there, and they notice absolutely nothing, and neither does his wife.
Uh-oh.
Okay, and that was my bonus action. So I thought that was an action, so that's all I had. Hold on, give me just a second.
Yeah, misty step is a bonus action, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's really good. Nice.
Ooh. But I would accidentally hit the old man, though.
Yeah, you can't exactly cast a fireball in this little hallway. That would probably not be a good idea.
Yeah.
You're gonna roast.
I know you were
poor
tempted
Goliath.
to, but
No.
Tyson does not want to relive that because I feel like he's gonna get the.
If
The
she
end
casts
of the
Fireball
fire.
in the little hallway, there's gonna be nothing left to relive.
And then
Tyson's
Kaylin and
gonna-
Abner just be like, you smell smoke?
If
Do you
If
smell
I-
full burning Goliaths?
if we are stealth and they are not expecting it at all, do we get any bonuses to hold person?
no, that's still a mind sort of deal.
Even if they're not expecting it.
I mean, no one is expecting a hold person. I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
Saving
Okay,
throws
okay.
are saving throws no
Yeah,
matter what.
yeah.
Okay. And Jade, you're first in initiative order, so it's gonna go back to you immediately, right?
Except for the fact that both of them held their actions.
They moved.
Okay.
They moved. That was their action.
We're
moved.
move
Sorry,
on.
Wes. I mean, you're the GM. You tell us.
No, I mean they definitely moved, but they actually one of them used their action. Actually, you're right. One of them used their action on a grapple, but the other one just moved and still has their action.
He grappled
Okay.
both of them?
What?
He grappled
No,
both?
one grappled the old man.
Yeah,
That
one
was his
grappled the old
action,
man, so that was their
and
action.
He moved, so he doesn't get to do anything, but the other guy just walked, so
Yeah.
he's
Still technically has his action,
okay.
but he is not the one holding the old man.
I was gonna trip him and like, that's not gonna end well either
Sorry,
way.
I need to find something that's not gonna hurt the old man.
A rough situation to be put in.
Yeah, I don't want to hurt him.
And with the bookcase and stuff, I will allow Avenir and Kaylin to make perception checks.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me
Yeah.
see, what is my perception bonus anyway?
Kaylin and Abner just be like, y'all hear something?
Well,
What's
you
up?
hear like kind of stuff upstairs, but I mean it's it's a house full of Goliaths. They're pretty heavy.
16.
I rolled a 7.
Okay, so Avenir does not hear anything. Kaylin, you do hear something, and it sounds like crashing, but like you don't immediately think that there's trouble upstairs.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
it's just like something you'd be curious about. Like what the hell was
Okay.
that sort of deal?
yeah.
We're gonna try this because, I mean, worst case scenario, nothing happens and I stay stealth. I'm gonna try to do hold person again on both of them from
Okay.
behind.
All right.
So they both make wisdom saving throws and they might be paralyzed.
All right. So the first one I will roll is the guy holding Augustus. That's a 19. The second one is a nat 20.
Oh no.
Okay, so that didn't work.
So
Nice,
they
it's
are
not
they
in your
are on
favor.
high alert right now, and yeah.
Yeah. Not in
Did
our
that
favor
bring
tonight.
did that bring us out of stealth?
I don't think it would.
I don't think so, but
'Cause
you do
it's
have
mental.
to speak to cast an incantation. So I'll say it maintains stealth.
Okay, I was like, I rolled pretty high on stealth.
Yeah.
I was sneaky.
So
You,
Tyson
you,
tries
you both
something
rolled
with
pretty high
his-
in stealth, so they don't notice you.
Okay.
Could
Alright.
Tyson try something? He speaks to the two guards. You're really gonna try and stab an old man? Fight me like a real Goliath. Like, actually try and see if that might break the hold.
And the guard holding the blade to the throat just kind of presses it against Augustus's throat. It's like, were you fighting like a Goliath when you snuck up behind us and attacked us?
Yes.
Ooh.
I didn't attack
Who's the
you
coward
yet.
here?
Oh jeez.
You're the one holding it after someone that's not even in part of the fight. I didn't even attack you yet.
And you're
Fight
a
me.
traitor.
Okay.
And they're gonna keep backing up into the thing.
Okay.
You're gonna back up into me.
No, we're like slowly backing up with them while still, I believe.
Okay. I kind of want him to back up into me.
Into my
Oh, God.
sword.
And
My sword.
they don't notice you guys because you rolled really high on stealth. So
get
the
an
one
attack of
who
opportunity.
the one who's in the back, not the one holding the Augustus. Augustus is in the front. The one holding the back turns to look into the bedroom, and you guys are just standing in the hallway, but he passes his action when he turns, and sees you guys. But it is Katie's turn first.
Oh, I was gonna say he sees the wife. Wife's gonna beat their ass.
I would like to plunge my sword through the heart, just a little bit.
So
Tiny
the two
bit.
like,
The
I
guy.
just
Flesh
nudged the
wound.
heart a bit.
Yeah,
I
because
just
I
wanna
know
stab
Wes
it
will be
a
like, your sword pierces through him from the back, but also it's Augustus. No, Wes.
I mean, look. Thank you.
Thank
Here's
you
the
for the
thing.
detail.
No,
Thank you.
Thank you for clarifying. Because if you said
This
I
is true.
plunged the sword through him through his heart, then yes, I would be like,
You're going right
you're
through
gonna
to-
hit Augustus, but all right.
Just a little
Just a
bit.
tiny bit.
But
Just a
thank
Just a
see,
tiny bit.
clarification helps.
Depending
It
on
does.
how much damage I'm able to do to him, if I hit him, I would prefer to sneak up behind him, just take my blade and slice his throat.
Yeet.
You're also in a tiny hallway, so swinging your sword is going to be very difficult. So
Yeah.
because and here's the thing, because you said you're going to stab him from the back, you actually have room to do that, and you will not be rolling at disadvantage because of that clarification.
Yay.
Otherwise, you would have been rolling at disadvantage.
And technically, we're still stealth with that guy. He hasn't
You roll a
noticed us
nat
yet.
20.
Katie rolled a nat 20.
No, that's what I'm saying. No, Kate
I
just
can't.
rolled a nat 20.
Yeah.
I just rolled another nat 20.
Yeah!
God,
I like
see
it.
it.
I love
Nobody's
the nat
gonna
20s.
believe me. Hi, look at my dog.
Oh, doggo.
Oh,
Hi,
Doggo.
doggo.
Hey, Lucky.
Hi, buddy.
Hello.
Hey, Lucky.
It moved when I moved it. I'm sorry. But
No,
it
it's
was
okay.
the
I trust you. I trust you. I trust you.
We trust you. It's fine.
Oh god, so many people don't.
Oh.
Those people
Everyone
don't know
on
you
the Dad
then.
Network's like, she can't roll that many nat 20s, but
Yes, we can.
these are the dice I bought Gwen because they are so lucky.
I'd like to argue that
need
there's no possible way I can roll this many nat ones, but here we are.
I'd like to
Lucky
argue that I
with
can't roll
lucky.
as high or as low as I do, but you know.
So
So you
if
rolled
there
an
is
at
any
20.
sort of flare I can do.
So are you attacking the guy who's closest to you, or the guy who is holding Augustus?
Guy who's holding Augustus.
Okay, so you're gonna like kind of stab around the guy that turned toward you.
Sure.
All right.
Oh, he's not as much of a threat.
Oh my god, little kitty taking a nap on your
Yeah,
chair.
sort of like Hello Kitty.
He does this while I'm teaching too. The kids love it.
Oh.
Aw. All right. How alive is this guy? Because I hit him already once, right?
How alive.
How
He's-
alive?
How
I mean,
alive is
he's.
he?
I mean, he's definitely damaged. They're both hurt.
Well, I just did 68 points of damage to him.
Oh, wow.
This man
Yeah.
has got the.
Well, it's
I
a
can't reach
really,
70 damage.
really good thing that you clarified how you were doing it. So what happens is, instead of stabbing straight through, you actually go down and then up, through his lower back, underneath his armor, and it pierces into his heart. And you do actually stab pretty far because the blade comes out the bottom of his mouth, and he
Pretty.
literally slumps down onto your blade.
Blade that's decommissioned.
Shish kebab.
Like
Shish
it,
kebab.
yeah, it literally goes up through his heart, like out of his throat here, up into his chin, and the blade like is sticking out of his mouth, and then you pull it back out.
Oh, he wasn't shish kebab for very long.
Good
No.
job. Thank you for
and
clarifying as well.
He's very dead. Yeah.
So as I pull my sword from his body, I kind of want to
Yeah.
push his body forward so that Augustus moves away from this other guy.
Okay.
And pushing him forward will also force, it would push.
Was
you know,
that
his hand
momentum
forward. Yeah,
reaction?
the momentum would be.
So
forward.
roll a strength check for that, please.
That's not
You're
gonna
gonna
count
just
as an
yeet
action,
Augustus
right?
into a wall.
No. That's just that's. I will say that's your bonus action.
No, because my bonus. No, thank you.
Thank you. Did you just pull a check?
So you don't want to push him.
No, thank you.
You don't want to push
It
him.
would be a bonus action. I have to remove.
Well,
my
you're doing
sword.
something.
I was just adding flair, but it's fine. I don't need to do that. Because my bonus action, because I brought my opponent down to 0, I get a bonus attack.
Yes.
And so I'd rather have that.
Does that count as a bonus action, or you just get another attack? I don't think it counts as a bonus action.
It is a bonus action. Yeah. When on my turn, when I score a critical hit with a melee weapon,
Nice.
or reduce a creature to 0 hit points, with
Which you
one,
did both of.
Yeah, you can make one melee weapon attack as a bonus action.
Okay. So
Oh, and
Nice.
I have 11 temporary HP because I reduced the other guy to 0.
you did.
Oh yeah, you
Nice.
do have that.
So
Good
I
victory.
have 56.
So I mean, you can use your bonus action if you want.
It was
that
just
is-
some flair of like, whatever, it's fine. I'm gonna go attack this other guy.
Get him.
Oh, dang. Okay, that's gonna be a 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 24 to hit.
hits.
Alright, it's gonna be 4, 5, 6, 7 plus 18, 25?
25 points of damage. All
And
right.
then
So
I'm gonna hit him again.
how do you want to do it with this guy?
Okay. Yay! So
Did you
then,
just
yes,
take the
I
whole
used
team
my
down?
bonus action. Wait, I take that back.
Yeah.
Okay, so then fine, I'm gonna add my flair west. I yank the sword from the first guy. That was
Actually,
you know,
I was wrong. The
Hold
second you did 25 points of damage, right?
yeah.
Okay. Well, the second guy's just barely holding on.
Dang it!
And then I kick him, sir.
And then but you do still have your bonus action, so you like. I'll say that
yeah.
your second
I'm gonna
attack,
hit him.
you stabbed him up like this, brought your sword around, and then like pulled it because you don't have room to actually swing the sword. You pulled it along this guy's side underneath his armor and like cut into his stomach. And he drops to the ground on his knees, like literally holding his intestines in.
Ew.
And then I kick him.
And then
And then I kick
and
you.
you would like to
Kick
kick
him,
him.
sir.
You would like to kick him.
Now key.
Will that kill him or no?
I think falling down the stairs after your intestines are coming out would probably hurt.
I mean, she can't kick him down the stairs, but you can kick him. He's not doing great. He doesn't look like he kind of looks like if you sneeze on him, he'll die.
Can I kick you, sir?
That's a 21 hit.
Yes.
I suddenly have allergies.
However,
How
okay, can I say
how would you like to kick him to
that
death?
I kick him, sir?
Yes. How would you like to murder him with a kick? What would you like to happen here?
To be
Roadhouse.
honest, I picture it a little less violent.
Like
and it's more
Sparta him?
He's holding in his intestines, and he just looks up at me, and then from the back, I just kind of like take
Kick
my
him,
foot
sir.
and just kind of
Kick him,
like
sir.
push him,
Ah,
and he
kick
just
him,
like
sir.
falls
I feel like
forward.
I've seen this in a TV
Yeah.
show. That's
So
like,
he
no.
falls backwards.
No, he falls
and-
forwards, and his intestines come out everywhere, and that's how he dies.
Okay, so he
Yeah.
falls
Roadhouse.
forward. His the impact forces his hands away from his stomach, and his guts spill out all on the floor, and he goes into shock.
Yeah.
Here,
I
it's gonna
give
get
him
us
a
high.
ha, and then a hi
And
yeah. I feel like we
then I
do
kick
that
her, sir.
quote every
Yeah,
single
we do.
session.
Yeah.
I just get him.
It's a good
like,
movie.
Like this could be canon or what, but I just think of, like Tira just holding up like a ye old like sign and just says 10.
Oh,
Um,
actually, I have one right here.
Oh no.
That's no. Imagine that says 10.
Okay, so yeah, all three of these soldiers are dead, and so you guys are out of initiative order.
Yay.
And Augustus kind of like looks around. What have you done?
Okay, did they hurt you?
And he like kind of reaches up to his throat and like winces a little bit, and you can see that there's a slight cut on his neck from where the sword was being held up. I think I'm all right, but we won't be for long. He like kind of like looks around his house and is like walking through a puddle of blood now pooling on his floor. If they come here, they'll think we did this. We won't be safe, and neither will the people downstairs.
That's only if they find out.
Gus,
You don't
If they hit-
understand. They do random searches almost weekly.
Do they know about your basement?
The stairs are right in front of the front door.
Well, but they haven't found anybody yet?
We were
If they
only
do
able to hold
random
them
searches.
temporarily until the evening. We were hoping they would be able to sneak out at night.
Okay.
If
How?
they do random searches weekly, it's surprising that they haven't already found them, as Dr. Boneless was insinuating.
They only got here today.
Well, then I
Is there
think
any
we
other
all
way out
sleep.
besides through the front door?
He just kind of shakes his head and is, what happened to our house?
Well, I was thinking about escape routes. His house was built on a mine.
It
Mines
looks like
have-
it was dug into. It is not a mine shaft like you were thinking.
Aww.
I'm gonna start dragging the bodies, and trying to find a good spot.
What's happening out there?
Don't worry,
Nothing.
Tira. Nothing to worry about.
Nothing.
Oh no,
I-
on the contrary, there's plenty to worry about. We've got 3
Um,
dead soldiers in our living room.
What?
As Jade,
Oh no, she's gonna
would've-
kick our ass.
Jade's gonna just look at Augustus. They would have killed you.
They wouldn't have
That's
come in
fine.
at all had you not.
They would have found you. They're looking for us. They would have found you. They would have murdered you and everyone downstairs.
Oh,
And he just kind of like is starting to have like, he's like having a kind of a panic attack right now. And like
Augustus?
falls into the chair and it's breathing like very heavily.
I don't know.
Tyson comes up and tries to help him breathe. Gives him the breathing technique. Augustus, and Tyson looks at him. I know it doesn't look right now. Breathe in. Breathe out. I'm gonna try and help you, okay? I'm gonna try and help. Do you want me to help Tira? I will
They're
help
going to-
Tira as well.
They're going to start looking for their missing soldiers, and if they know
You-
that they sent them to this side of town, they'll
they won't find
You leave
anything
with-
in here.
You'll leave with us,
Patron-
okay?
look at the
As-
carpet. There's blood everywhere. My
as
bookshelf
Jade
is smashed, and
The book or the bodies and starts dragging them away. I'm gonna use prestidigitation, which
There
is
it
just
is.
a cantrip that can instantly clean an
Oh my God.
object no larger
Oh.
than 1 cubic feet. But since it's a cantrip, I can pretty much use it however much I want.
Did
Yep.
this just turn into a Breaking Bad episode?
So Katrin starts cleaning up all the blood.
You're casting a bunch of magic spells on the carpet at one square foot at a time, and it's just like magically disappearing. And he's kind of looking around like,
what is going on?
It's- I told you we got it sorted. I am gonna be forever grateful for what you did for us, Augustus. You leave us with us with those 3 bodies, but I'm gonna make sure that you're safe and hopefully reimburse you the damage we've done in here. You have a nice home, by the way.
Well,
Just putting
I
it
don't
there.
know about that, but it's a place to live. I just hope it
Yeah.
will be tomorrow.
and he's just kind of like, you just see his head like slump a little bit, and his shoulders slump. I told you they were gonna be trouble. You shouldn't have let any of them in.
Oh, shut up.
What was that?
Oh, he said, okay, he's having a good day. What's your name? Tira. He said you look lovely. I told you.
I
I'd
know
leave it
you're
with him.
lying now.
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I think I've just put my foot in it.
He's just, I don't know what to do. If they leave during the daytime, they'll all be killed or captured.
Is
Do
there
you
like
know
a
that-
back door to like an alley
You
or
don't
something?
see one. Like it looks like this is like the front door is like kind of the only way in.
That's a fire hazard.
Augustus, do you know
Says
how
the burning
often
wizard.
I
they
would know.
patrol? Augustus, do you know how often they patrol the streets? Because we might be able to get them out and you and Tira out while we can.
Normally, they just do the weekly patrols and they question people, but because of what happened earlier today, they'll probably do many sweeps until everyone is found.
Well, we probably need to get you out now because we've kind of compromised your home. I'm sorry about that.
He just kind of looks. We don't have anywhere to go, and
Do you
my
remember?
wife, she can't go anywhere.
What's that? In the hopes he'll like
And
lead
he
us.
kind of
somewhere.
just like looks down. He's like, she's been confined to her bed for the past 3 years. Her legs can't hold her weight.
Can we somehow make a makeshift wheelchair? Yield wheelchair. This is not me joking. This is an actual thing. Is there a way for us to help her mobilize? Unless we have to
I
lift
mean,
her.
if you guys, one of you is an artificer, or someone who knows pretty good crafting stuff, then maybe.
Dang it!
But
this is my time to multi-class now.
and
I'm
he
suddenly...
kind of just looks up at you, Tyson, and I understand what you're trying to do, but this is our home, and he just kind of like trails off for a second before. You should get the other people out of the basement. Someone might have seen those soldiers come in here, and if they don't come out, they'll know where to send them, especially with the reward.
Yeah. I'm just going to say once again, Augustus, you heard that notification. Thank you for not ratting us out. You're a man of honor.
And he, just under his breath, you just, for all the good it did me.
I forgot my dad's name, Mikiao, because we changed the name on the spot. Mikiao will be proud of what you did today. I know that currently the ship's not what it seems to be, but
he kind of
he'll be looking down.
He just kind of nods and says, I appreciate the sentiment. I just wish he was here instead of... And he just kind of like sighs a little bit. You all are free to stay until the evening, but after that, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
I think that would be best for everyone.
Yeah.
We need to find a way out of the city. We have to find Edgar and Ryak. We have to move. But I do think that we should take the armor off of these guards and put it on some of our lesser Goliath-looking friends.
Yeah, you got a good idea. Tyson starts to go through some of the things.
Yeah, the armor is definitely damaged from the attacks. Like the Eldritch Blast dented in the front plate. Jade, you cut through part of it. So they're definitely damaged. So on close inspection, it probably wouldn't hold up, but from a distance, it might work.
Better than nothing.
Yeah. Tyson starts to pick stuff off. Man, this is like something that's not really not unfamiliar with him. He starts taking their ish away from them and
All right, so
starts distributing it.
So you're searching all three of them?
Yeah.
Okay. On their person, you find 3 sets of plate armor. You find that are sized for Goliath. You find 3 long swords, and among the 3 of them, you find 2 silver pieces and 12 coppers.
Tyson takes the silver and copper, gives it to Augustus. Oh my god, I've forgotten the names. As a means of hopefully paying it forward.
And you also find each one of them has a kind of a rawhide jug of water strapped onto their belts, and they're also carrying some salted meat, so like beef jerky and chicken jerky and stuff.
Yeah, Tyson also takes that food.
You take the food and the water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there any other items that are on their persons?
No,
perhaps
they just seem like they were on a short patrol, so they don't,
have the gets sweet.
Real quick, I go back over to the front door window area where we were peeking out, and I kind of peek out to see if they're still around looking, or if they've heard any noises, or
So,
sort of anything like that.
roll a perception check.
Okay. Ooh, I like that. 19 plus, yeah. 19 plus 5, 24.
Okay.
Nice.
So, as you peek out the window, across the street, actually, you see somebody else peeking out at their curtains, looking directly at this house.
Are they also killing guards as well, Kipper?
And
Do they see me?
No, they're gonna. I know what he's doing.
Because I'm like just a tiny little sliver. I'm just like peeking ever so quickly.
you don't know if they saw you or not, but as you poke out, their shade immediately draws back again in front of their face.
Shoot.
Do I see anything else in the street?
It looks pretty empty. It seems like most people are staying to their houses because of the criminals on the loose.
Okay. What time of day is it?
Right now it's about you're getting into like the mid to late afternoon, so the sun is turning a little more red.
Okay.
But
Well, I
it
don't
is
see
still
any-
light out.
Okay. I tell
But
them
the angle of the sun is kind of casting longer shadows.
but
from
no,
the
I don't
houses.
hear any more soldiers or anything walking around.
Not that you can tell, no. Not in this immediate vicinity.
Okay. I think the rest of the soldiers have moved on, but I'm not entirely sure if the person across the street saw me or not.
Wait, someone's been watching us?
I mean, they were peeking out of their curtains as well. They could have been doing the same thing I was, just watching for the soldiers.
Damn it.
And,
I mean, if they saw me, they saw an eyeball.
and Augustus kind of pipes in. Or they saw the soldiers come in here.
Possible. Which is why we should all find a way out.
We should get the
And he
others.
just kind of points. There's the way out. And he kind of just motions to the door.
Of the city.
Oh, well. That one I can't really help you with. If you fancy a dive, you could always jump off the wall into the ocean. But I don't think that anyone would survive that.
Let's remove the armor from these guards. At least if these men are found, perhaps there's a better chance that it
Might
won't be
recognize.
anything discovered.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing Odd is still casting the prestidigitation spell to clean up.
Oh yeah, I've been kind of like peeking out the window, like.
Been Breaking
looking
Bad
for
the floor.
blood. Where are the bodies, by the way?
They're just kind of piled in the kitchen at this point, I think. Tyson, like, disarmed them and stripped them from their armor, took their food, their coins.
Oh my god, what does this feel like? I'm about to put them in boiling water, like
Very,
obviously skins
you're
them.
very kingly of him, stripping the bodies for everything that they're
Oh,
worth.
listen, Tyson's just helping.
How dare you
the-
judge
the
us?
good
Let
dare.
me rephrase.
from the two
stripping the
glass
bodies
measured
of their
how
stuff
dear.
again.
Yes, again.
Says the guy as a player who like threw a grenade in a room and shut the door. Get out of here.
Yeah, I
Wes.
remember that part.
Get out of
I
here.
watched it live.
You didn't even know them.
That's very true.
Look, look.
Or summon an
How the
angel to kill everybody.
turntables.
Look,
So-
I looked at the rules for that, okay, and I took advantage of how they were written.
I know.
That was so
And
great.
that's
I
what
love
we're
that.
doing.
And then very soon after, that ability got removed from the list of available options. So
Right.
That's true. It did.
So
Alright.
looking around the house as I'm cleaning, are there any other windows besides the one by the front door?
there's like a very small window in the back near the kitchen, but looking out to that, you just see like a small alley. But it's, I mean, Dr. Boneless might be able to fit through it if you broke it.
I ask Augustus if there is literally any other door or window in this house.
So ask him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there no other way out besides the front door? Even through a window, a tunnel.
If you want to break my windows now?
I was just going to open them.
They don't really open.
Well, then what's the purpose of the window?
Light?
He is sassy right now.
You guys did mess up his house pretty bad.
He fixed it.
You fixed the bookcase and the rocking chair?
He prestidigitated all over that room.
Oh, I just cleaned. I can't fix stuff.
Oh.
I just cleaned the blood
I'm
off
sure we
of
can go
everything.
to like Ye Old IKEA and fix that.
Ye old IKEA.
It's almost like you need
And
somebody with mending or
he's kind of just
something.
like looking around.
My grandfather made that chair.
Well, he.
Just rub the salt in the wound a little more, Wes.
Well, I mean,
Almost
he's.
like there's people in this party with mending or something.
I mean, he's got some. He had good eye. I'm sorry to make a joke at your expense. I guess it's gonna be good kindling fire.
And he just kind of like looks up at you.
Even Katrin looks at him like, bro.
I know. I'm just trying to help here. I'm so sorry about the damage we've done. I don't mean disrespect.
Looks
Dr.
like
Bellis
it's-
is not adding anything to this
Looks
conversation.
like even if you do take over, it'll be more of the same.
Oh! Tyson takes his shit off. He's like, bring it on, old man.
While all this is going down, they're still in the basement, aren't they?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, with a ton of other
current
people
king-
who we also have
The
to get
current
out.
king doesn't have
Okay.
any regard for the damage he causes either.
Does he apologize though for the damage? I am so sorry once again that we've done this. There was no way around this.
And he kind of just like looks at you. There was no way around it.
The guards were. What?
They were gonna kill you and almost everyone downstairs. With
They didn't
this is-
know where anyone was.
Well, now
Oh,
they'll
okay.
never
Oh,
know.
This guy's such a crybaby. All right, Jade's gonna get real pissed off because
Yeah.
she just saved his life and saved all of them, and he's got no freaking clue even what he's talking about.
Snap off, Jade.
And she's gonna turn to the group, mostly Tyson and
Mhm.
Katrin, and she's gonna say, "We don't need this. Let's go."
Yeah, agreed.
I'm gonna go get the others. And Katrin just kind of like, I'm just gonna go, and she just like goes down the stairs like, I'm not touching this one.
Gonna say, Augustus, I didn't mean to take the expense of your granddad's chair, but you had to stick that knife in, didn't you? To compare me with that asshole that's up there. And Tyson kind of like walks on like, you know, I was hoping to leave on good ends, despite us wrecking your house. Live a good life. And Tyson goes and helps.
For what's left of it, if they find out you were here, we helped you, we won't make
I'm-
it until tomorrow evening.
I can
Then
assure
say
you.
we-
I can assure you that we will keep your name out. Sorry, you go now, Katie.
Then you tell them that we held a knife to your throat and forced you to do it.
Thank you, Katie. I didn't know how to like figure out how we could
Trust
start.
me, that was already my plan.
How kind.
And if they discover the bodies at all, so that we did that.
Oh
well,
no,
we did
you're
actually
taking
do that.
those with you.
Wes, what's my name called? I'm the what of Braedon?
You're the
Terror.
terror of Tyson.
Terror of Tyson.
Hey, can we yeet the bodies over the wall into the ocean?
Yep.
Yeah, if you guys want to climb up onto the ramparts and try
Are
and
we
drag
close
those bodies.
enough to the rampart?
Don't
I mean,
be suspicious.
You you still got a decent ways to go, but I mean, you could theoretically go towards the castle that you guys broke into to steal the queen out of, try and break in and climb up onto the walls to toss the bodies into the ocean, but
That sounds a bit too murder hobo-y for us.
Yeah.
We
Just gonna
already
throw that out
murdered
there.
them.
Right, but
How
like,
much worse could we do?
That.
I mean, some people, burial at sea.
Yeet in the body
so
to
I go
sea.
downstairs.
I'm gonna stop talking.
All
All right, so you're gonna go downstairs.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
We'll cut to downstairs for now. As
What is
you
happening
as
downstairs?
you go
They
downstairs.
must have heard that.
No,
Literally-
believe it or not, we didn't hear anything.
You
Yeah.
heard the crashing
I
sound.
heard the crashing.
But
But
realize
like
what it
you
was.
didn't immediately think battle. It was like you just kind of were like, "What in the hell?" You were curious about it, but and Abigail heard
Abigail
nothing.
didn't hear anything.
Yeah, quite literally, we're like, y'all hear something. Quite
Y'all hear
literally.
something.
And I didn't hear anything, so.
Yeah.
What? I get a look around. Are they doing anything?
Abner's
I'm
probably
just
still
leaning up against a
internalizing
wall.
that player memory.
Oh, that's true. That's fair. I'm leaning up
Yeah.
against a wall, messing with my amulet.
I go up to Avenir and Kaylin, who I assume are still standing next to each other.
Fairly close, I would
Probably,
say.
yeah.
Oh, hey,
And I
Wes, are we able to take a,
Hey, you guys want to take a small
a
break?
break for the group?
I was gonna say
Yeah.
that's a good spot for a break, real quick.
Yeah,
Just
we'll
something
do a
to-
little break.
Before I RP.
Maybe you guys can think about your choices in this so far in this episode.
I would like to say that my choices tonight have been good.
Awesome.
Yeah, mine were great. I haven't done anything bad yet.
They were great.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh no,
I
don't get me wrong. All of the choices have been thoroughly entertaining.
I haven't like thoroughly messed up yet.
You
I
didn't
haven't
confuse
either. I haven't
Dark
bashed
One
No
you.
one
with
is
stuff.
messed
Yeah.
up. You know,
No.
everyone
It's
makes
not-
choices
it's
based on how their character would
messed up.
act.
Yeah.
What did you do today, Cody? Oh, you know, watch my friends kill a bunch of guards and then sass an old man for breaking his stuff.
But here's the thing though, just like how like Wes said, it's like this is something the stuff that we've done is exactly what our
Exactly,
characters
what your
would do.
characters would do.
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely it
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah.
All right.
Alright.
All right.
Break
So yeah, we're gonna
time.
take a little break, guys. We'll be right back after these messages.
Steve,
take it
Hi,
away.
I have the signs. Hi,
Actually,
guys.
this way.
Welcome, guys. Here is the signs to go through our ad break. I need to watch how the cameras move. Okay, so I need to be this way a bit more. Guys, welcome to Yeet for a Niche. I need to pause and play the player because my frame's out.
You got this, boy. You got this.
Can you try to turn off your camera, Cody, just to see how the framing is?
I can try. Give me just a second here. It's probably the same,
my
I would
cam-
say.
Oh, crap, because...
Yeah, it's more of the same, essentially.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to have to move this way. All right. Guys, welcome to Yeet for Initiative. If only I could turn off... oh, no, I had to move again.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
This way. Guys, welcome to Yeet for Initiative. You can watch us live Fridays. Oh, I need to move the mic. You can watch us live Fridays at 6 p.m. PST at twitch.tv/Wes_IRL. Hopefully I framed that up right if you were looking at this during
Go
the ad
over
break.
a little bit more.
There we go. All right. You can also watch
There you go.
Braedon at twitch.tv/EGBJ. And they both stream live throughout the week. Check their Twitters. They're also got the same as well. So here's the two boys if you're watching this on YouTube. Hopefully that's in frame. That's in frame. There we go.
YouTube.com/IRL Bros is also the YouTube channel that they use.
Then if you're in the live chat right now, which I love you guys are, if you're the exclamation DND catch up, oh god, it's in my throat. You'll get given the link to youtube.com/IRL Bros, which is where you could watch us whenever you've got time. Maybe you're on a bus going home or going to work. You can always watch us there and, to speed up the play a little bit.
There's currently about 33 episodes on that playlist.
Yeah, 33. If you do exclamation merch, you can get some Get for Initiative merch. If you are currently watching YouTube and it's not linked, go to wesirl.storenv.com and that will take you to the Westling merch, but also the Yeet for Initiative merch. So if you got no command there, well, no link, there's that. And you can get some dice and some other neat things with, I think it's 15% off. 15% off at
it's
checkout
15%.
with Norse Foundry, who are the official sponsors of Yeet for Initiative. So, how is everyone? What is your favorite part of the series so far? What is your favorite part of this episode? If you're
This
in the
episode's
YouTube
been
comments,
crazy.
be sure to put it in the chat because I do read the comments just to see like what everyone's thinking of the episodes, and glad you guys are enjoying it as much as we do as the players. Right, Cody?
Yes, absolutely.
Doing well. Just ate spaghetti and meatballs. You
Ooh,
love to
sounds
see
good.
it.
I love my my dice, my rainbow dice.
I'm noticed eating my ramen. Nice. Treat yourself. 33 episodes of the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
30. This is 34
34 episodes of the one
of
shot.
a one shot. One shot? Apparently it's not a 34 shot. What?
Listen, Mel, I agree with you, but they're not usually this crazy.
Yeah. I wish I would have known about role-playing groups on
We
Twitch.
usually don't go
I
full
joined.
murder hobo for, the fun of it.
Hey, Creative Steve, you've gone into like a really good time where D&D is just thriving on Twitch.
Absolutely.
Soon to be on television, movies, I think as well.
Yes, I
You've
believe
really
there is a
joined
movie
in.
coming
I
out.
picked up role-playing stuff in 2018. Well, there was The Sims at probably earlier days, but in terms of content, I've kind of been into the whole RPG kind of stuff. 2018, 19.
These are
And-
little
you-
koala cookies that are filled with chocolate.
If you
Aw.
want, if you want other D&D channels other than just us, because obviously you're here and we very much appreciate
Hey,
that.
Joey, welcome back.
But there are other channels that are very good to watch. One of which that I recommend is Critical Role. It stars a voice actor known by Matt Mercer. A lot of you probably already know. And then there's also another one. Adventure Zone is also another very good one.
Also,
Oh, this
kia ora,
her?
welcome back, Wes, and Joey.
Hello. Guys,
Yo.
I watched the Blues Brothers
Oh boy.
couple weeks ago, and now I've had the theme from Rawhide stuck in my head for like 2 weeks straight. Hit 'em up! Ride 'em in!
Without
Rawhide!
saying so much, without spoiling for people who haven't watched the show yet, there was something that someone said in this call within the past 10 minutes. I'm like, this is reminding me of The Good Place. Oh no.
This
With
is not an
something that was
Iron
said.
Man hoodie, actually. This is a Air and Space Museum hoodie.
Ooh, I've been there.
And Steve and I are repping the lovely Yeet for Initiative merch.
Yeah, you?
And I have Gudetama on.
Oh yeah,
Which
that's a good time
side?
for me to... Yeah.
Yeah, also, guys, if you do happen to buy one of the t-shirts of one of the characters, they do get a health potion that comes along with it, so it's an extra little value.
Indeed.
Thanks, though.
We very much appreciate it either way.
Yeet. Oh. I'm just checking now, because every time I
Actually-
keep saying, hey, check the description.
Weebish, I actually like Viva la Dirt League as well. It's just funny.
Hey, they're from New Zealand!
Are they?
I need to check that out.
Yeah, they're from New Zealand. They
to check
film
them out.
in Auckland. I always wondered about there's certain parts where they film in the shop. Apparently that shop's real.
Mhm.
They just have like apparently a deal with the store
Yeah.
owner. So Playtech is an actual thing.
Yeah.
Because I got my this boy from Playtech.
Oh, nice.
The current tower is currently down here, but I use this as like a table now. A side table.
Up and then Sam in chat just did the NZ.
Oh no.
It's unfortunately unfortunate for Steve.
I need to get some of my drink. Nice.
How have we not thought to do an Australia command?
How was that? Okay, I was gonna say, why is Australia dinging? Don't you mean small orange pumpkin? Like what? What in there?
Aw, thank you, Mel.
Also, yeah, I was gonna say we're very glad that you enjoy this as much as we do, Mel.
It's always a fun time.
Oh, I'm thoroughly
guys.
entertained getting to sass you guys.
It's so great. I'm
And we
so
love
glad.
to sass it
I'm so
right
glad that
back.
Evan and
A little
Galen
sip.
worked on
I've got 2 NPCs in Braedon that have been able to do that. Edgar for sure.
Yeah.
Edgar's been fun to interact with. Let me tell you.
He's kind of real.
Yeah, absolutely. Listen, Sam, we don't talk about Ohio, man. He's a local legend.
There
we do
is
not talk about him.
Florida man, but what about Ohio man?
I was able to do some, like, while that was happening and Avenue and Kaylin were out from it.
Yeah, we had no idea.
Yeah, I was actually able to do a little bit of digging to see exactly, like, what was the exact date for our first session, and April 23rd was our first session.
Oh
and
my gosh.
this year,
people.
Yeah.
no, here's the kicker, though. This year, April 23rd is on a Friday.
Oh, I wrote these down as like
Yes!
New Zealand. So
I-
New Zealand.
Anniversary!
I just requested it off from work, so.
Yeah.
Is it gonna focus? I didn't realize that I wrote these with New
I was
Zealand.
gonna
Yeah.
say,
The
I
24th.
can
So I wrote
I
these
can
in like my date.
do my best to be here for April 23rd.
That's
Yeah,
gonna be, yeah.
that's fair.
Aw,
We
thank
understand
you,
if you're
Ruby.
not
That's
able
alright.
to.
I will definitely have a baby by then, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes you will.
Oh, the
Absolutely
little.
will.
It's okay because we will
Bubba.
we're gonna figure that stuff out relatively
Yeah.
soon. I actually have
We're
some
gonna-
ideas, but I do need to talk it through with Odd first.
Yeah. I was like, we've got some ideas.
I am curious now.
I'm curious.
Oh, Lady Love could donate another $15 for the player memory.
Hey!
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Catherine.
Well, I guess we'll be having a 1-year anniversary session.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be so much fun.
I
Baby
can't
cameo. We'll see.
Possibly.
Probably.
Real quick, Yenchko says Yeet, Oxventure, and Dungeon Jukes for me get my different types of D&D in. Well, glad that
Nice.
we're part of that.
Choice.
Yeah.
It's a very good list to be part of.
And also, just want to shout out Ruby saying, Wes, you always find a way to make everybody, including me, laugh, and I thank you for it.
Aw,
And I gotta
thank
second
you.
that. So.
I agree.
Yeah. Sometimes you guys don't realize I might have a bad day. If I say I'm having a good day, there might be a time where I'm like, nah, but in the sense of like not being a little and bring the mood down. Like, yeah, I'm good, but then I'm like, I've hit my foot in the corner of a table. Help me.
This has been helping me a lot today. I mean, if you've looked in the Discord.
Whoa,
at least on
Gwen!
Yes.
What did Gwen do?
What did she do?
169. Oh
She
my
donated
God.
169.69. What the French toast?
Nice.
Thank
That's-
you.
There's no
Yep.
69 yet. I needed to fix that.
That tracks.
Before anyone asked yet,
She's
I am
right.
responsible and I can afford to do this. Okay, but Gwen,
That tracks.
oh my gosh. Well, thank you.
Oh my
We
God.
trust me, we really appreciate it. But if that's something that goes forward to everybody. If you cannot afford to donate, please save the money for
not.
yourself.
Please take care of yourself first.
And Gwen,
before
you
taking care
you
of
have
us.
donated a lot, so especially for the past weeks. So, what I'm saying is, please take care of treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
What? We
yourself.
said it at the same time. Yeah. Treat yourself.
Aggressive positivity.
Oh my dog.
But thank you, I
friggin'
really do
With money.
appreciate it.
Brain
Thank you,
link
thank you.
just whoa.
Mind meld, mind meld.
Mind meld.
Thank you, Gwen. Holy moly.
Yeah,
so,
we really appreciate it.
So
we
we're
just yeeted
yeah,
into
50
244.
we're, what? 50,
Yeah, we
yeah, we're
yeeted.
50 531.
No, 56.
Okay.
Keeping the
50
69.
okay,
We're keeping the
56
69.
56
Y'all better keep
bucks
that
away. Well,
69.
very cool, very cool.
If you ruin the 69.
We
We
will
will
we will
have
come for
words.
you. We will talk to you.
Oh, I also did check that on the VODs, if you're watching this on YouTube, there is a little link in the description for
Excellent.
the dice. So if you want
Yes,
to
there
watch
are.
them,
Yeah, if you use
those
code
friendly
YEET,
dice.
you get 15% off your Norse Foundry dice. So that is the lovely metal dice that I am using, and they roll
And
very
I am
well
using.
for me.
And
Ooh,
I'm
they're
using-
pretty.
And
Oh.
they also gifted us these dice trays too.
Oh man,
Yes,
Lady Lovegood
these
just
dice
donated
trays are
531. Hashtag player memory. I'm gonna
Oh
fight
my
it for the
dog.
meme.
Dare you?
Ooh, the 69 gets blasted.
How dare?
Catherine, thank you, but also I
it's
kind of
nice
figured
and
that's
clean,
gonna
but at the
be-
same time.
Okay, now we need
Thank you.
50, 69.
Okay, so we're back in the house.
Yes, we're in the basement currently.
Mhm.
Yeah, you two are in the basement, and down walks Dr. Boneless and Katrin.
Hello.
Right? So
What do
what's
I
the
see
plan?
upon entering the? Oh wait, no.
Did you
I
guys
Yes.
did you guys just not notice anything that happened upstairs?
Something happened upstairs?
I heard it, but it didn't seem like much to me, so.
Okay, long story short, Jade took in 3 guards and then we killed them.
And you
Yeah,
just
but-
see like the little prairie dogs, like popping their head up and like looking over. Every single person from Navad just like pops their head up and looks over at you guys.
I look at Dr. Boneless and I'm just like,
Excuse me.
real subtle. Thank you.
Why did you have to tell us that down here? You couldn't have taken us upstairs?
Well, upstairs is no better of a situation. Currently, there are 3 dead bodies upstairs.
Katrin just pinching the bridge of her nose as Dr. Boneless keeps talking and she notices all the refugees freaking out.
Yeah.
Citizens of Nevada, there's seriously nothing to worry about. We took out the threat.
But you just said you killed 3 guards.
We did. They were the guards that were trying to get to you guys. We killed them. They are dead. No more threat.
So
Bada bing, bada boom.
Are you sure that no one saw them enter this house?
That is a good question. Why don't you ask Katrin?
I look at
and
Dr.
like
Boneless,
he kind of looks at you. Are you Katrin?
Yes.
I suppose the question still stands. Did anyone see the guards enter the house?
Not to our knowledge.
But you don't know for
that
sure.
doesn't seem very convincing.
However, we believe that it would probably be safe to relocate.
Clearly.
And I'm like giving a death glare to Dr. Boneless right now.
It's still light outside. We can't move around the city.
No, not now. When it gets dark.
Do you have a
Nobody's
Do
on
you have
the
a
street
plan
right
to
now.
get us outside the walls?
We're working on it.
Well, before all this happened, I mean, I sort of had a plan that I was going to bring up to Tyson, but I guess that's out of the window now.
Justice, okay.
You've been down here for quite a while doing God knows what.
And thank you
Is there
to
any
Nisa
way-
and Gwen for donating $5.69.
Cancel each other out.
That was funny.
Is there anything down here that could be of help? Say, a tunnel, a hollow wall? Anything? I addressed Kate
I
and
heard
Adam.
that little dice.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were talking to. So.
I was
no, I
just
heard
talking
the-
to you two. Just like, have you seen anything down here that might help?
Have we? Because I don't think we have.
No,
You guys
Have
haven't
you
even
guys
made
looked?
You guys haven't even really looked.
We
I'm
just
gonna
talked
make
to the
I'm gonna
refugees,
actually
I'm
make
gonna
a
do perception check.
That's an
I'm
8.
gonna
I'm too
need-
busy. I'm off in my own little world right now, so I'm not really thinking about things.
Yeah, I cast dancing lights to light things up more, and
I mean, you still see a
plus
bunch of the broken
5.
crates, barrels, and containers and stuff. I mean, it looks like this basement hasn't really been used for like anything in particular for a while, other than storage.
And there's no
I
tunnels.
rolled a 23. Is there anything like, you know how like in video games when you can tell that you're supposed to be able to break a wall and like it's slightly discolored?
Yeah. Okay. So as here, I'm just gonna like spin that a little bit. So Katrin goes around and with her staff starts knocking on the walls, listening for a hollow sound,
Those are
while
what?
everyone watches.
Hello?
You still find nothing.
Oh, I found it.
You still find nothing.
Dang.
Just Legend of Zelda, like ding ding. No.
Ting, ting, ting.
Nope. Unfortunately,
Yeah,
it looks as though all of the walls in this basement are solid rock. It almost looks like granite, and it looks like this basement isn't really a basement, but there's support beams down here. So it looks like they just built this house on top of a hole instead of filling it in.
Seems legit. Just build a house over the hole. Worry about the hole later.
I go back to the other two, and this time I drop my voice and kind of pull them away so that other people aren't listening. So it looks like the only way out of this house is through the front door. The way we came in, we can't guarantee that anyone's not watching the front door, and it would be foolish to leave in broad daylight.
That's a
But-
terrible fire hazard.
That was what I was thinking, you know?
Makes sense. You and I have both burned things down before.
So what we're saying is that we're essentially trapped here.
Seems
Not
like for
trapped,
the time being,
Compromised, certainly.
I would absolutely think we would
And
be.
Probably just brought hell upon this house. So I'm all ears
Wonderful.
for any ideas. if anyone has one. But I think maybe you should come upstairs with us. And I'm like looking over their shoulder at the refugees who are still kind of meerkatting.
Yeah, they're just all like looking at you, and they're actually like huddling together. One lady's actually like started to like weep a little bit, and is trying to hide it from the rest of the group.
Yeah,
I
But
would go upstairs.
they're terrified.
Kaylin and Avenir.
Yeah, Avenir just curses under her breath and just be like, all right, let's go up.
Go.
And go upstairs.
We go upstairs. What do we see?
Yeah, let's go.
Gwen.
Gwen, oh
She
my
likes it.
gosh.
Gwen, what did you do?
What did you do?
Donated
What happened?
831, fixing the number.
No!
So wait, are we back to
And the
69
war
now, or-
continues.
We're back at 269.
69,
269, 69. Thank you
Ah!
very much.
And it continues.
I can already
okay,
hear-
so
I lead the other two back upstairs.
so you guys go
with,
back
I
upstairs.
guess Dr. Bonus follows.
Yeah,
And
I'm
as
coming.
as the last one is up, the guy who's kind of the leader of the group, he's just, please let us know if there's anything that changes.
Avenir looks over to. Hold on, I wrote down his name.
Layton.
Layton, thank you.
Okay, it's-
Layton, we'll let you know as soon as we get more information.
Thank you.
For now, stay safe.
And it's Layden,
Layton.
Yeah, lay
Oh,
down.
Layden. I heard Layton.
Layden.
Oh, we got another donut.
Thank you.
Hey, Mel
you.
donated $8.21. Thank you, Mel.
Mel! Wait, Mel.
Uh
Mel?
oh. Uh oh.
Let's hold on a minute.
Eight.
Broke it.
821. 821. So it's at 90 cents.
Hmm.
Ooh.
Mel, how dare you?
How dare you break the
Thank you.
69?
Controversy. Thank you.
We
you.
have a tradition to uphold in this house.
All right. So you guys are all now upstairs, and Kaylin and Avenir, this is the first time you're seeing the destroyed rocking chair and the broken bookshelf.
And the
Books are
3
kind of
dead
strewn all
bodies.
over the
And probably
floor.
the dead bodies too. But there's like
Yeah, they're
suspiciously no
kind of
blood.
like, yeah, there's no blood or anything except they're like what's on the bodies still. But there are 3 bodies that have been stripped of all of their clothing, with the exception of like their undergarments. And there's kind of like a pile of armor, weapons, and like everything else that they had.
Avenir just sees us and she just face palms you like, well, at least you guys were able to get rid of the threat before, but at what cost, though?
I mean, they were going to come here regardless by doing a check. They do a weekly check. And I guess today happened to be the day they were going to do checks. So we're a boned either way.
And he's still there. Like, today isn't the day that they were going to check. They're just letting people know about the reward.
So what you're telling me is they wouldn't have come in here if... Interesting.
I doubt it.
Regardless.
That's on Jade.
Regardless.
I'm sure she had good reason.
Jade just like, hey, let's not pull
Hey,
these
that's
girls
me.
here.
Kayla just kind of like takes one look at Jade, who I'm assuming still like got blood and stuff on her, and is just like, I'm sure she had a good reason.
Hey, for once I wasn't the most impulsive person in the party. I'm happy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Avenir, I mean, like, regardless, what's happened's happened. Now, we just need to figure out what the hell we're gonna do now.
And with that, you hear this at the door.
Good morning, dearies.
Grace, is that
Joey.
you? Is she here? Sign
I
my
hide.
autograph.
Okay, so you're gonna use your action to hide.
Yeah, stealth
Yes.
hide. Let's go.
Stealth.
Hide self.
All right.
Ah, I got an 18 on stealth.
Yeah, you guys are good. You're able to like kind of hide away from the door.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so we don't have to roll.
Okay.
Oh, what, Katie? Katie donated $22.79.
Ah,
Thank you.
Katie.
Did you make a 69?
Thank you, thank
Katie,
you,
by
thank
chance?
you.
If the math was right.
Yeah,
you did it.
exactly right.
All right.
That's why
Thank
I was
you.
quiet like last 10 minutes.
So we
I was
will
like,
be doing a
Oh.
player memory this week.
Thank
Yay.
you.
Frame that
Thank
before
you,
it gets
thank you,
changed.
thank you. And Augustus just kind of like looks around after the knock on the door.
As I stealth, I'm
Just
looking around.
hi.
Where did we put the bodies?
They're
The bodies
like
are in
if
the
the
kitchen
door
right outside,
opens
right?
up, the bodies are just kind of in the living room.
Oh lord.
I thought they were in the kitchen.
Yeah, that's like
In the
I,
living
the
room.
kitchen is like the whole
It is
the
the
living. It's like
living room.
living area, kitchen, but they're very
I
visible.
thought there was.
It's like
I
a
thought the
studio
kitchen was like
apartment.
off.
They
Yeah.
have
Very
a
tiny
floor
It's
plan.
very, very tiny.
Okay, before I stealth, then I like stare pointedly at the bodies and like look around at everybody else. Like, hello.
And as you do that, there are 3 more knocks.
Please do something about these bodies.
And Augustus like slowly stands up out of his chair, and you can hear like his back like crack several times. And he slowly starts walking toward the door.
I think Jade would have been in all this time, moving the bodies, probably downstairs, hiding them in a corner, like putting the crates in front of their body.
Okay, so do you want to have done that?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so
Okay, and then-
as you guys are coming up the stairs, Jade is dragging a body down,
I see
Oh,
the
so
trail
that's where
of
you were, Jade.
blood.
or like you know like waits at the top of the stairs with 2 bodies underneath her arms, and is like then walks
Jade,
Good
downstairs
thinking.
to
As
the
I
to
see the
the
trail of
gasps
blood.
of the Navad citizens.
We're gonna
I'm
traumatize
sure
them
you've
even
seen
The
worse.
guards
God.
are naked too, because we took their.
Put,
Oh,
put a
yeah.
blanket over it.
Dr. Bolas
I-
is gonna say to Tyson,
Tyson, you have the Goliath
Yeah.
voice. Ask who is it?
Who is it?
Oh,
I
now they know
start
someone else is
prestidigitating
here.
the blood
It's
off
okay,
the
I'll-
floor.
Kalen just, as Tyson says, "Who is it?" Kalen just puts both of his hands, or his face, into both of his hands. Like, why did I agree to do this?
And he
Indeed,
kind of like
someone's at
opens
the
the
door.
door and like motions you guys away from the door, and cracks it open and says,
Hello, can I help you?
and if anyone would like to try and listen in on the conversation, I will need you guys to make
You
checks.
better believe I am.
I will.
Oh,
Okay, I got a 16, so I hear
Perception,
something.
I'm assuming.
18.
So I did want to point out, I don't know if you heard, as Jade was dragging the bodies and leaving like a trail of blood.
Yeah,
I
you were
started
prestidigitationing
cleaning-
the
I was
the
cleaning it
blood
up.
that was like smearing across the floor.
Prestidigitationing.
And
Someone
like,
got, like,
the little bits of
boiling water,
intestines
second-
that were being left by the one guy. So yeah, you
I got a
prestidigitate
22.
Dirty
22
20
on perception.
All right, so everyone over an 18 is going to hear the conversation.
I didn't hear anything.
Woo!
Can I help you?
Yes, and like somebody, the person kind of like looks around. I saw several people entering your home. Are you all right, Augustus?
Yeah, yes, well, we're fine, and I don't. What people?
He's a great
Augustus, is there anything wrong?
No, not at all. Thank you for checking in on us, though. Good night.
And he starts to close the door, and a foot gets shoved in the crack. Augustus, I know that there are citizens of Nevada here. I saw them enter.
There's no one like that here. You must be mistaken. Maybe it's the next door neighbors.
Augustus, it's all right. We too are sheltering some.
Sorry, I just want to just read.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Improv.
I didn't hear anything. Sorry, because I did bad perception, but
I'd like
I
to also
cannot
roll
tell if
mine.
she is I got an
23.
11. I got an 11.
23.
Nat 1. Are you my non-Norse found?
You got a
Please
nat.
need
Wait, did you get a nat 1?
Oh,
Yeah, I
no.
got a
Steve,
nat
were you
1.
even listening? I don't even think you were listening.
Tyson,
Insight.
yeah, could you hear?
I
Did
don't
you
think
roll
you
high
were
enough?
listening.
Nah, I
Okay,
rolled
so,
a low
so
anyway.
yeah, you wouldn't have been able to do the insight check. I was
Yeah,
gonna say, if you did though, you are 100% convinced that they're lying.
Yeah, I rolled a 4 before, so I'm like, my dice need
Yeah,
a
so you
born
don't hear anything.
boil.
Okay, so the people who rolled insight that could hear.
I did not.
Okay, what'd you guys get?
8 plus 6.
I got an 11.
Oh, 24.
11. Yeah, you're not sure. 24. And Katie, what'd you get? I can't hear you.
18.
18. Okay, so you and Avenir, Jade and Avenir, would be able to tell that it very much seems like this person is being sincere.
I hate the word seems.
Oh, I rolled pretty.
You rolled pretty high, so yeah. But as far as you can tell, this person is being very sincere.
You wouldn't know if they were or not.
I
Exactly.
have to break their kneecaps if they lie to me. Like, you thought Jaden was bad. JK, JK, JK.
Hi, sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. Have a good evening.
Augustus.
Gonna kind of push in. It's okay. I think they're sincere.
Strange wind in here. Sounded like someone was talking. No one's here but my wife and I.
He's trying so hard.
And he's you can tell he's kind of like shaking and he's like sweating a little bit.
Augustus, it's gonna be okay.
No, there's the wind again.
I'm the wind. Is this how you treat royalty? I'm doing this. I'm not
and the person just kind of laughs a little bit. Augustus, it's all right. And he kind of looks back at all of you. And he like kind of steps out of the way and opens the door, and you see this kind of younger looking female Goliath. She probably is around 20, 22. So before the loops, somewhere right around your age, Tyson.
Okay.
And
my queen. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
She has her tattoos, but she has short black hair.
Oh, like my hair's not short at the moment, but
And,
not really too short.
As she pulls her hood over, you can see her face. Augustus, it's all right. And yeah. So, are you all from Nevada? No, you two are from Braedon. And kind of looks at Tyson and Jade. I swore I saw others enter here.
Nope.
Well, if you see any of them, feel free to send them across the street to my house.
How many of them do you have?
We have 4 of them right now, and we are... And she kind of like looks around the street. In our basement, we have access to an old tunnel system, and
There we go.
we're not sure where it
imagine.
goes. We never really explored it, but there might be a way out.
Yes. We must move
Agreed.
everyone now.
I agree.
Everyone, how many of you are there?
Quite a few.
How many's down there?
Oh, yeah,
How many were down there?
About 10.
How many Misty Step people can Katrin do? If they're all holding hands
1.
in like a chain.
One.
But
Misty
she
Step
grabbed,
Couriers?
like, grabbed Jade and... Oh, okay,
Yeah,
fine.
one other person.
Yeah, one other
Man.
person.
Okay.
There were about 10 as far as we could tell.
Can you guys? This
10.
is me asking in the sense of to you guys that have magic still. Can you guys pull some kind of illusion where it looks like you can't see anyone? And
No.
Have anything.
I don't have anything like that.
I mean,
No.
I can make some fog.
That'll be helpful. Concealment.
Yeah.
I can
So we
make
can
a
run
5
them
by
across.
5 square foot of fog.
Not helpful.
That's
Yeah,
not,
not
that,
as
that's
big.
not gonna do it, I
So-
don't think.
Very mysterious.
I can.
I
put it
can't
in
do
version.
anything like that. My things are more for getting people's attention than taking attention away.
Mine's more utilitarian, like lights.
I have speak with animals. I could get animals to come and build a
Have
barrier.
a deer just pop through and just run and just cause a distraction. Like, good deer.
What does the warlock
And
have
this
speak with
person's
animals?
just-
But
Kind of staring. We can wait until it's dark if you. We could try then.
Will it be safe?
What's?
We would be less likely to be seen in the dark.
Sorry, I didn't catch your name. What's your name?
Oh, my name is Mary.
I was gonna say if your name's friggin' Agatha. Hell nah.
If it was Agatha, just shut the door.
I want to know what happened to Agatha. We gotta find
well,
out.
I'm sure we'll find out.
Is this gonna be part of the play memory?
Yes, I think that waiting until night might be for the best. I'm sure a lot of people need a rest anyway.
Yeah.
Sorry, Nisi, you're not coming through.
Hello.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Dang it. Okay. No, I was saying is, will it be safer to do it to wait at night than it is to do it now?
We have less of a chance of being seen.
That's true.
And
But are there guards,
Mary kind of
guards
nods.
patrolling at
Yes.
night?
Well, they'll especially be patrolling more so now that everything happened with the warehouse. But
What about the missing guards?
missing guards.
Uh-oh.
We
I'm,
had
I'm
heard-
saying that. I'm saying
we
that
heard there
hushly
were
just to
guards
the group. Sorry,
Oh.
should have clarified.
So does
Do
she
we-
hear it?
I don't think there's anything we can do about that.
Well, I mean, if this is.
All right,
the
I'm gonna
people
give that
across
one
the
to you.
street, should be sweet.
How long until night? Is it like an hour or is it like 10
Yeah.
hours?
Probably
The
like
old
it's probably like
6 o'clock.
3 hours until it's like
Okay.
dark out. It's the sun is setting, but it's still very much up at this point.
So something like a 6 o'clock, like it is right here.
No, it's
New
probably
Zealand?
it's probably about 4 o'clock, and the sun will be
Right.
set by 7.
Gotcha.
Okay, sweet.
If we go out now, we run an extremely high risk of being killed.
Even if
Oh
it's just
yes,
across the
if
street.
there are that many of you, then I don't. I thought maybe it would just be 2 or 3, and we could wait until there's nobody on the street and rush them over. But with that many, it would draw a lot of attention.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Mary, when you came into here, how many people were outside?
I don't know what you mean.
So when you crossed the street over to here, how many people were just on the street? Do you recall
I
how
mean,
many?
there were a few, but most people are staying inside. They're afraid of the people Nevada.
Guards?
That the people of Nevada are criminals. No, they're afraid. They believe what the king says, but
They're afraid.
and
of
she
the
kind of like
refugees.
looks down. I had friends who escaped the city and went to Nevada, and I was hoping that maybe some of them could give me shed some light on what happened. The people in the basement haven't exactly been the most forthcoming about their experiences.
Hopefully, our group could possibly help you. Alright, well, I feel like we need to do this where there's less light so we can teleport, transport the people that we've got, so it's less likely to cause suspicion.
I second this.
All right. So you guys could take a short rest until it's dark out, but you can do whatever you want in this moment.
Before we do, I go to the people downstairs and tell them what's going to happen.
I was
And
just
pack-
about to do the
and,
same
and
thing.
to pack
Go right ahead and talk
anything
that out.
that they- Okay.
Yeah, I was going down with Katrin.
Okay.
Thank you, because I wasn't in the room to be able to say I'll go down there. and
So
tell
we go
them.
down there with them and the dead bodies. And
Yeah, and the dead bodies that are
Dead
hiding.
bodies and their skivvies.
These are mannequins. Ye old mannequin.
and I kind of gather everybody up into a group. So we found a place to take you, much safer. It's just across the street. There's already some refugees there, and
You're
there
sure?
are-
You sure it's safe?
For the time being, as far as we can tell, it's going to be safer than being here.
And they're saying there are tunnels under their house that we could possibly escape through.
Tunnels.
It would be safer than staying here and just waiting for the guards to find
We
you.
don't know where those tunnels go, but they're our best
And-
shot at leaving.
The man kind of contemplates for a second, but what about Augustus and his wife? If the guards discover what happened here, then they'll be executed. And that
We're
will
only
be
going-
our fault for burdening them.
We could possibly talk them into going with us. It's just across the street.
How would we get his wife?
You're not with us.
I was like,
I'm just kidding, Joe. I'm just kidding.
Can Tyson perhaps lift her over?
I was gonna say, if we're just going across the street, we could probably.
You guys technically haven't even
we'll
met her in person yet. You just heard
Yeah,
her
we
voice.
haven't met her at all.
We just need to go talk
Okay.
to them. We'll
Yeah.
worry about Augustus and Tira. Just be prepared to move, all of you.
We're not doing this until later on tonight, but yes, I agree. We all need to get prepared and be ready to move.
Actually, for RP's sake, it's okay. Dr. Bonus and Avnir would go over
Check it out.
to check Tira, check in on her.
Actually, that's a good idea.
Yeah, can we go?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay, let's go, Avenue.
All right, so we make our way over. Since everybody's downstairs. Oh, everybody as in like H.
Two of us.
Galen. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'd still be
So-
upstairs with
She's in the bedroom, right?
Okay.
So we knock on the door first.
Yeah, you can knock on the door.
Okay, we're gonna knock.
What are
Oh my
you-
dog, and she's
what
a
are you
dragon.
doing?
We are going to check the status of your wife because you two
Why?
are probably gonna have to come with us when we move.
Again, I told your friends, we're not leaving our home.
Okay, well, we'd like to meet your wife then.
And he kind of like
least-
pauses for a second and looks at you very concerned. Are you sure?
I mean, yeah, she's probably lonely. Would you like to
She
introduce
likes
us
it.
to your wife?
At the very
You can't see it, but I shook my head.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we no. Yeah.
I saw it. I saw it.
At the very least, be able to thank you and your wife properly.
And she
for your
deserves to
hospitality.
know what's exactly happening tonight and what just happened. So we're gonna do that.
All right. And he kind of like shambles over to the door and knocks on it. Dear, some people want to meet you. Who are they?
We're friends of Augustus, ma'am.
Oh, I don't like his friends.
Well, then, I mean, we're not his friends then?
And
Rip.
we would just like to say hello and thank you and your husband properly for your hospitality, at least for the most part.
I'd prefer if you didn't go in.
Madam, are you decent?
Oh my god.
Always.
Okay, we're coming in then.
Okay, you guys open
We're
the
gonna open
door.
Please don't be like a dragon or a skeleton or some kind
And-
of like octopus.
Something interesting is happening when you open the door.
What?
The windows are all covered
Okay,
by black shades.
okay.
So, and they look like they've been almost candle waxed to the wall. So no light can come in the room.
Okay.
And in the bed, lying there, is not a Goliath,
Oh.
That's
but in
I
fact,
had a feeling.
but in fact, an elderly elf.
Oh.
Oh.
I did not think that's where that was going.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
Good afternoon, miss. You're
Don't
not
lie.
a Goliath.
and she kind of like looks to Augustus. So I can drop the act now, dear.
Ah!
Ah.
And he kind of nods
There
his
it
head. Yes. And she throws the covers off and stands up.
There it is. What the tweet?
It's
You're not what we expected. Hello, my name is
well-
Dr. Boneless.
hello, Dr. Boneless. Eh,
Avenir, hello.
Pleasure to meet you, Avenir. It's been a while since I've seen anyone with elven blood.
Yeah, you two
I-
should get along.
And he kind of like looks around and like, for certain reasons, obviously, we couldn't let most people meet her, so she stays in
Okay.
here most of the time for safety.
Understandable.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I mean, we can't leave you two here. It's just not gonna be possible. If they do the random search and you get picked, they're gonna find out. So,
If you don't mind my asking, but what exactly happened?
do you want the long story or the short story?
I suppose either would work, seeing as I know nothing other than there was quite the commotion outside.
Do you know of the Navad citizens in your basement?
Of course.
Good. Okay.
And
so that's
understandably, and she motions to herself, there are reasons why we're making sure to help them.
yes. So, we are here to help. Just first off, we're trying to fix this right. We're trying our best to fix things up and help these Navad guys out of here, because obviously Braedon is not the safest place for them. So, there were a couple guards downstairs outside, and one of our colleagues invited them inside, and we have since disposed of them. So, they are
That is
no,
quite disturbing news.
they are
Are
no
you
longer
telling
a
me
threat,
that there
though.
were 3 soldiers killed in our home?
Yes.
And since Avenir wasn't there to see, she just stares at Dr. Boneless and is just like, so that's what the commotion was?
Yes, that's what that was.
Oh, dear.
They are neutralized.
I hope you
And so-
understand that this is quite the upsetting situation for my husband and I, for if I am discovered here, I would be executed.
We're gonna make sure that doesn't happen, madam. So what the plan is that the neighbors also have a basement, but they are lucky in that basement has tunnels out of here. And we're hoping that these are tunnels that we know how to navigate. And even if we don't know how to navigate, we'll learn. So the plan is to wait till nightfall until we can get some coverage and carefully move everybody next door so we can go down those tunnels and get people out of here lickety-split.
It's an interesting idea, but what if the tunnels don't lead anywhere?
We'll figure that part out when we get to it. At least we'll be as far away from here as possible, which is what we need.
At this point, it's the best chance we have.
And
Instead of just
she
sitting
kind
with
of
lame ducks.
she kind of looks around the room. Well, it's something that is not the most comfortable for me to do, but if we must. And she goes over to a small chest and removes a little tiny, it's not tiny, but it's a kind of a white brimmed hat, and it's black. And she sighs, all right, and she places it on her head and wipes her finger along the rim, and instantly she shimmers for a moment and then has the appearance of a Goliath.
Cool. Do you have any more of those, ma'am?
It's a hat of disguise.
Unfortunately, no. And I'll say this item doesn't have the most magic left, but if it will help save the refugees, then I will absolutely use what little magic is left in it.
What else can it do?
It just changes my appearance. It was able... for a time, it was useful to move around the city under the current king's rule. However, its magic has begun to weaken considerably. It's why I sequestered myself in the bedroom. and was only using it for emergencies, but this situation does tend to lean itself towards emergency.
Well, take it off for now. It's not nightfall yet. Don't waste any of that magic.
Well, I'm afraid it's a bit late for that.
Okay. Will you have enough for nightfall?
Yes, it should have enough for at least a few more castings. But
Good.
once the magic is cast, the magic has been used. So I will maintain this form for the next few hours, and hopefully able to move some of the citizens across the street when night falls.
Good, that'll be helpful. Well, we came in just to let you know of the situation, so that's why we...
I appreciate that, my little friend. Are you a deep gnome, perhaps?
Currently, yes.
She kind of looks at you questioningly at currently. He's like,
Yeah, and Avner also looks at
Are
her,
you
looks at
wearing
me
a disguise as well?
No. I could if I wanted to,
Oh.
though.
And she just kind of like looks around a little bit, squints, and then like shakes her head and leaves it alone. May I ask what? Did you all come from Nevada as well?
Kind of.
We originally transported to Nevada from Anders.
I'm not familiar with Anders.
Anders was a town that was previously under curse, of which we broke. But there were certain circumstances in which the curse that we broke, getting out of it was a very sticky situation.
But we have all came
Interesting.
together.
Well, in any case, I suppose we will have to wait for this evening to move the less fortunate ones in the basement.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. But it's good to know that at least you can walk.
Yes.
That was one of our
The-
primary concerns. As a matter
The
of fact.
issue is that I cannot freely walk around the city. Or, in many cases, in my own home.
Alright. Well, we're just going across the street.
Well, I do share the same sentiment with my husband that this is our home, and we will remain here.
Okay. Well, I hope you do talk that out with him, because if you stay here, you are taking an incredible risk.
And she kind of like pats your head. Sweetheart, every day in this city is a risk for both of us.
Okay, that is your choice, and you and your husband can... If you've made that choice, then you've made that choice. But we are inviting you to come with us.
But with that said, whether you make the decision to leave or to remain here, thank you and Augustus for taking the risk and opening the doors to not only us but also to the refugees.
That
We would
was
have never
very
been
noble.
able to forgive ourselves if anything happened to them.
That was very noble of you too. When we fix all of this, we'll definitely seek you out.
I'm not sure what
Or-
you mean by all of this, but whatever quest you are on, I hope that you are successful.
Thanks. What's your name, ma'am? Again, one more time,
Is
Tira?
it Tira?
Tira.
Or is that a
Yes.
the-
No, my name is Tira.
Okay, we didn't know if it was an alias.
Yeah.
or otherwise.
No. There only needs to be so many layers to the deception.
Touche. Touche.
Make it too complicated, and that's when you get caught.
Ain't that the truth? Well, we're gonna wait until nightfall, and then once it's dark enough, we're gonna get all these people out of here. So we just wanted to let you know that and give you a good old thanks.
All right. And in the other room, Mary is still, like, talking with people. Should I come back around nightfall?
I believe
I'm
this is the
not
room
that-
that Tyson and Jade are in.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I was sort of like spacing out because I was watching Kato. Well, I feel like it might be best if you stayed in this, so perhaps for now. Because if you keep going back and forth, it might also raise suspicion.
Yes, I agree. And she kind of like stops for a second. I think that I hear some soldiers coming this way. I will come back tonight when the light fades, and I will lead you over. And she like closes the door and like run. You see her run across the street, like look back and forth, and then enter her house.
Okay.
All right. So what do you guys want to do? Do you want to take the short rest until nighttime? Do you want to do some more RP?
I will not take a short rest.
I like the short rest.
I would also like the short rest.
I would like a short rest so that way we can get that player memory potentially.
Yeah, we will be getting that player memory. So Cody, what did you want to do? You don't want to take a short rest.
No, I'm just kind of messing around because after talking with the refugees and after talking with Layden and being reminded of his past with the Valkyries, Kayla just kind of like sit on one of the crates down in the basement and mull things over in his mind about why things ended the way they did and try and figure things out of like a possible way that he could try and make things right.
I still think I think you can still technically take a short rest while you are mulling things over. If you're not actively doing anything, you can still take a short rest.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And yeah, what's up?
Heal or get any spell slots back with it.
Some of you can get some stuff back with short rest. I believe I believe that both Jade and Tyson can.
Yeah, we get a full-on recharge. Yeah.
Not a full-on recharge, but I think that there are certain abilities that you get back with short
I
rest.
get my Dark One's own luck back, so I get my
and if you had used any spell slots, Joey, you get those back too.
Yes, you do. But I didn't.
We finally are using a short rest.
I get my channel divinity back, so.
Okay.
I get nothing.
And in the meantime, one of you manages to nod off for a moment.
Mute so I can
immerse
myself.
Yeah, mute myself.
Me too. Hold on a minute.
Here we go.
There is a nice, I think, 18-page player memory coming your guys' way. I'm going to pause the music, and here we go. The scream of unknown origin interrupts the tender and completely unexpected moment between Tyson and Willow. The screech of terror sounds faint, but the intensity is unmistakable. Whoever that came from is in a dire situation. Willow sits back, pulling her face away from yours. "What was that?" she asks, turning her face towards the door. And you would have thought in your heart, you would have thought that your heart couldn't beat any harder, but that scream took it up to another level you didn't think possible. I don't know. She just looks at you before placing her palm on your chest to push herself up. You can't help but feel disappointed about the interruption, but someone could be hurt. You follow suit and stand as well, curious about what the screaming is about. "Let's check it out," you say, trying your best to sound confident and manly in front of your romantic interest. More than likely, someone just dropped a pitcher of wine, but there's no harm in being sure. Instinctively, you grab your shield and mount it onto your arm, which draws a questioning glance from Willow. "Just in case," she shrugs. "I guess it can't hurt." The two of you exit your bedroom and begin moving down the hall to the stairway. Under normal circumstances, this area would have guards patrolling to make sure that your family was kept safe, and they would be the ones to investigate the terrified screams. However, this is not a normal afternoon. Most of the guards had been reassigned to the ballroom as a precaution. After all, almost every single important figure from Braedon is in attendance for your birthday. You both run down the hall towards the stone staircase. When you stop for a moment and reach out for Willow's hand, Without missing a beat, she pulls it away. What are you doing? Well, I just thought... She rolls her eyes and smirks at you. Fine, but only because I know you'll be less scared. You open your mouth to retort, but Willow grabs your hand in hers and yanks you down the stone steps toward the disturbance, the pole quite nearly dislocating your arm in the process. She charges down the stone stairs, but freezes near the bottom, just out of visual range of the dining hall. Do you hear that? She questions. You turn your head to the left to listen, and what you hear makes your blood run cold. A woman is yelling at someone, and her voice is unmistakable. Get back, you blackguards, or I'll bleed you all over the floor! Elaine yells, causing her daughter to gasp. You don't recognize the next voice, however. Run her through before she alerts the guards! You sprint down the remaining stairs toward the voices, and as you round the final turn in the staircase, what you see makes your blood run cold. To your left, there are 3 dead Goliaths lying in pools of their own blood with their throats slit, their vacant eyes still wide open from the surprise attack. But what you see next forces your body to move before your brain can even process the events unfolding before you. One moment, you are crouched down on the stairs with Willow, staring at the fresh corpses. And the next, you are charging across the dining hall towards 3 Goliaths, 2 of whom are dressed as servants, both of which are holding blood-spattered carving knives. The third is wearing a guard's uniform, complete with armor and a longsword. The imposter guard is moving to claim his next victim, Elaine. She's armed with a knife, but the small kitchen blade would be no match for the sword. The combatant impersonating a guard raises his blade to strike out at your caregiver. When you raise up your shield and slam into him full force, causing him to drop his sword at your feet, the powerful impact crushes his metal chestplate and sends him flying across the room, head first into the stone with a sickening crack. The assailant collapses to the floor, his neck unnaturally bent to the side. What in the... One of the other imposter servants screamed. Tyson, watch out! Looking up, you see the other 2 killers are charging toward you with weapons in hand. You raise your shield to guard against the impact, but to your surprise, you hear the whoosh of a blade through the air, the clang of metal on the ground, and the howl of a Goliath in pain. Peering above your shield, you see that one of the invaders is clutching a bloody stump where his wrist used to be, as well as Willow, standing in front of you, armed with the discarded longsword. Bitch! The wounded man yells before falling backwards over one of the dead bodies. The other, now outnumbered and surrounded, turns to run, but a knife whips through the air past your head, its point striking the man in the back and piercing his right lung. Looking back, you see that Elaine was the one who tossed the utensil with perfect accuracy. The one missing a hand tries to stand, but Willow plants her foot on his chest and puts the tip of her blade to his throat. Don't even think about it, she threatens, adding weight to the foot on his chest. Across the room, you can hear the pained hacking of the man with the knife sticking out of his back. He tries in vain to drag himself towards the door leading to the courtyard. There is one final wet cough, and then he collapses to the floor, devoid of life. Without looking away from the man, Willow calls to her mother. Are you all right, Mom? She asks in an angry tone. Aye, thanks to the 2 of you. You turn toward Elaine. What in the hell is going on? Elaine slowly walks forward, with an expression and presence you've never felt before. Pure, unfiltered rage. Ask this miscreant. I caught him and his friends pouring something into the wine pitchers, and... Elaine kneels over the man and grabs his bloody wrist,
from the grip of his other palm. Putting her thumb into the wound and applying pressure, causing him to howl in agony. When I questioned them, they attacked us. You gulp. You had always thought that Willow got her fierceness from her father, but now you're starting to understand why Kenobu seemed to fear angering his wife. Ah! Please stop! Elaine smiles at him before pressing her thumb in deeper. Oh, what? This? His yell echoes through the dining hall. If you want me to stop, you better tell me what you and your former friends were up to. Unless you're keen to join him, of course. The man nods his head furiously. Fine, just stop! Elaine retains a tight grip on his wrist, and Willow holds her sword steady to his throat. Get on with it, Willow threatens, pressing her sword slightly more against his neck. All right. We were ordered to mix the powder in with the wine and serve it, and to kill anyone who discovered us. You kneel down before him. Who gave you the orders? The murderer grits his teeth, but stays silent. Elaine helps loosen his clenched lips by pressing her nail into his wound, the pressure causing a splurt of blood to shoot out onto his tunic. You know, lad, you'd better start talking or there's not going to be much left of that in you. The man gulps. I can't. Elaine smiles at him again. Sure you can. She pinches the edge of his wound and tears off a piece of raw flesh. You almost gag at the sight. And the man whimpers. He'll kill me. By order of the Crown Prince, I order you to tell me who sent you. His eyes go wide. You're Tyson? He told us you were weak. That you would freeze. The fires of fury burn within you. Who? The man gulps. Your brother. Jaden. You feel your eyes go wide as a cold chill radiates throughout your body. There's a flash of his maniacal grin above you, trying to squeeze the life from your body, and the fear from that day returns. Elaine digs her nail in again. Oh, you must be a glutton for pain, lying to us like that. Jaden is dead. He flails and gasps. No, it's true! He faked his own death by killing another inmate! He's been planning this for months! A horrible realization enters your mind. You kneel down before the man again, taking grasp of his shirt and pulling his head towards you. What? What did you put in the wine? The man's lips curl up into an evil grin. Oh, you haven't figured that out yet? It's poison, of course. And by now, it'll be too late to save them. You shake your prisoner hard, forcing his head to impact the table. Save who? The color is now mostly drained from the man's face. The floor beneath is now covered in crimson. His lips tremble in defiance as he looks directly into your eyes and smirks. Everyone who knows what you look like. I should have told you long enough by now. He laughs for a moment before all expression fades from his face and his head slumps to the side. With one final exhale, his body goes limp. Oh my God, Willow gasps. Your mind races, as does your breathing. What do you do? What can you do? Jaden is alive? How? Poison? Is there an antidote? Is there enough for everyone? Where could it be? How? A warm hand on the back of your neck snaps you from your trance. You look up to see Elaine with a panicked look on her face. Tyson, I know you're scared, but we must get to your father and warn him. You nod to her and stand. Willow has tears in her eyes and is clearly terrified.
The sword she's wielding is wobbling in her shaking hands. You reach out your hand and place it on hers. They're as cold as ice, but still tightly gripping the handle of the blade. Her whole body is trembling. He's lying, right? Jaden's dead. There's no poison. You look back to Elaine. I saw that, Katie. You look back to Elaine. Dear, I need you to hand your sword to Tyson, and then I need you to go back upstairs and hide in the library. Willow shakes her head. No, I can help. Elaine places her palm on her daughter's face. No, you're brave like your father, but you can't help right now. So please, I need you to go upstairs and wait for me in the library. Tears stream down Willow's face as she relinquishes the sword to you and nods to her mother. Good. Now run along and lock the door. Only open it for me or Tyson, understand? She nods. Now go! Elaine pushes her daughter towards the stone steps, and she jogs toward them before turning around towards you and looking deep into your eyes. Please be careful. We will. Elaine grabs your hand and pulls you towards the door to the hallway. She carefully opens she carefully pushes open the door and peeks through, gasping at the sight before her. Curious, you also peek through the gap, and what you see steals the air from your lungs. The entire hallway is filled with the blood and bodies of the guards and servants from the castle. Many of them were still carrying the dirty plates from the meal, the porcelain platters now shattered and strewn about the hall. The once blue carpet now blackened from the spilled bodily fluids. A wave of nausea hits you like a rock as Elaine pulls you through the sea of blood and bodies. Don't look at them, Tyson. Just keep moving and stare straight ahead. You follow her past the carnage and finally arrive at the door leading to your parents. Elaine cracks it open, and her eyes narrow. She reaches her hand out towards you. Tyson, give me the sword. You are confused, but oblige, and hand the steel weapon over to your caretaker. Elaine grips the leather-wrapped handle and rips open the door, charging into the room. After a moment, you follow after her and immediately see why she asked for the weapon. At the top of the stairs, waiting in the dark, on the other side of the curtain, behind your mother and father, are 3 Goliaths, dressed in black cloaks and armed with devious-looking curved daggers. Elaine dashes across the distance, faster than you had ever seen her move in your life, and cuts down the first of the would-be assassins before he even realizes what was happening. The other 2 react before Elaine can make another strike and dodge backwards out of her reach. She wields the forged steel like a trained warrior and makes another arcing slash at the enemies, but they manage to dodge yet another attack. This time, they take up positions on either side of her. Unbeknownst to you, Elaine seems to be quite the skilled fighter. However, the years have clearly taken their toll on her body. As you run forward to her defense, you can tell that she is breathing heavily and that her arms are shaking from holding up the heavy blade. The 2 knife wielders press their positional advantage and move to finish off the older woman, one moving around behind her and the other feigning an attack from the front. You're still too far away to block the blow from behind, and fear fills your chest. Until Elaine's shaking stops, and in one fluid motion she sidesteps the blow, spinning her body around and cleaving off her assailant's head, sending it tumbling towards his hooded cohort, who, to your horror, produces a hand crossbow and fires it at Elaine just as you're about to reach her. You stretch out your arm, equipped with the shield, to protect her, and manage to nick the bolt, sending it off its original mark. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough of a push to have the arrow miss her completely.
The steel-tipped shaft pierces the flesh on the side of her abdomen, causing her to fall to one knee. On the other side of the curtain, the music is still blaring loudly, the noise almost deadening the noise of the battle. But the threat is far from over. You still need to warn your family about the poison and about your murderous adopted brother. Stay behind me, Elaine, you command as you keep your shield held high and slowly back up towards the curtains. You do so until you feel the satin cloth on your back and still keeping your eyes on the assassin, reach back with your right hand to push through the middle, out into the ballroom. The light of the lit area pours through the cloth and illuminates the scene of carnage, as well as the crossbowman, who slinks back into the darkness and turns to run. Elaine is first into the ballroom, and your mother catches a glimpse of you out of the corner of your eye. Oh, there you both are. We were wondering... She stands with a start. Mikael! The queen shouts, causing many onlookers to gasp at the sight of the crown prince wielding a shield and of the woman with a blood-soaked dress and a crossbow bolt sticking out from her side. Your father immediately recognizes the worry in his wife's voice and snaps his head in your direction before jumping into the chair. What in the seven hells? Guards! To me! Your parents rush toward you. Are the two of you all right? Elaine shakes her head. No, my lord! The castle is under siege! Your father's eyes go wide, just as Kenobu leaps over the table. What happened? He looks to his injured wife. Elaine, are you all right? She nods. I'm fine, just get them out of here now! The rest of the guards rush across the room and surround you and your family. There are screams from the onlookers as confusion and fear infects the crowd. The circle of soldiers begin backing up through the curtains, when all of a sudden you hear slow, loud clapping. A man dressed as a servant slowly walks toward the royal banquet table while clapping his hands. Bravo! Bravo! The man yells. It seems as though some of my party tricks have failed me and ruined the big reveal. The man jumps up the stairs and stands right in front of the table, staring at the group of you with a vile smirk. Your father steps forward. Who the hell are you? The man laughs maniacally. What? Don't you recognize me, father? The man touches his wrist, revealing a tattoo sigil, and all of the sudden, he shimmers as though covered in water that's obscuring an object. As quickly as it appeared, the illusion fades, revealing the man's true face. The face of Jaden. He looks at his wrist. Isn't it amazing what kind of things you can get in prison? Your mother's hand rushes to her mouth and she gasps. Seize him! Your father commands. With pleasure, Kenobu says through gritted teeth. Ken motions two of his guards to grab Jaden. They leap over the table and draw their swords. Jaden raises his hands into the air and dryly says, Oh no, whatever shall I do? The two guards move in to grab him, but at the last moment, Jaden throws his arms towards the floor and produces two daggers from his sleeves. In one smooth motion, he stabs both guards through the throat and up into their skull. Both of them are killed before their bodies even hit the ground. Screams erupt from partygoers as they snap out of their curious stupor and begin to rush toward the exit. Jaden wags his finger and raises a hand. The door at the end of the room slams closed, trapping many of the guests in the ballroom. What do you want, Jaden? You'll never get away with this! Your father shouts. Elaine grabs your hand. Tyson, the poison. You gasp. Father, Jaden poisoned the wine! The king looks at you questioningly. Aw, look, little Tyson managed to figure out part of my plan. Jaden shrugs. Not like it'll matter, though. They'll all be dead soon anyways. Who? Your father questions. Jaden laughs again. You really don't understand what's happening, do you?
Jaden looks your father directly in the eyes and says, all of them. Every last person who knows what your son looks like. Every last person who could stop me from becoming king. It's Kenobu's turn to laugh. That's your plan? The people would never accept you as their king. Kenobu coughs. Uh-oh, Ken. Looks like someone has had a bit of wine this evening. Horrified, you look to your mentor. His brow is covered in beads of sweat, and there is blood trickling out of his mouth. To your terror, he seems to be struggling to stand. Husband? You hear Elaine's concerned voice come from behind you. He'll be fine, Elaine. Let's take care of you for now. Your mother tears away part of her dress and starts helping Elaine with her wound. The queen grips both sides of the wooden bolt and looks to your caregiver. Are you ready? Elaine nods. Then, your mother snaps the shaft in two, triggering a pained groan from the injured woman. Blood spews forth, and the queen quickly plugs the open wound with the torn cloth. Through a gritted teeth, she manages to get out. Thank you, Lee. Your mother nods. Just take it easy. Kenobu lets out another vicious cough and spews blood all over the table in front of him. Get them upstairs. Ken manages to order the guards. The guards, along with Kenobu, begin inching their way back through the curtains. By now, panic was beginning to fall over the guests, as many of them have also started to develop the same symptoms as Kenobu. Various cries of agony and despair pour in from around the room. Jaden seems to revel in it. Oh, what a beautiful sound, don't you think, Tyson? Oh, where are my manners? Happy birthday. Jaden raises his hand into the air, forming a fist, and as soon as it reaches its peak, dozens of men stand up from the crowd and begin to walk forward. One by one, they draw knives and other weapons and begin approaching you. Soon, another guard in your party begins to cough. Ken looks at him. Keep your heads up and fight until the last man. Your group is now severely outnumbered, and there's no way to call for aid from within the ballroom. Move now! Ken musters all of the strength he can and manages to flip over the large dining table towards Jaden, who leaps backwards. The guards herd you along through the curtains and down towards the door, when a crossbow bolt sinks into one of the guards' throat from behind. He drops his longsword to the ground and claws at his neck, as though the frantic movement would somehow stem the flow of blood. Your father reaches down and picks up the fallen soldier's weapon before yelling his next command. Run! Get upstairs now! At your father's urging, you pick up Elaine in your arms and run down the stairs toward the exit. One of the guards kicks it open, only to receive a blade to his throat from a waiting assassin. Kenobu sets up a strike that nearly cleaves the attacker in half, cutting down through his shoulder and into his chest. Your group pushes out into the hallway, filled with the bodies of the slain. Oh my gods, you hear your mother say. Keep moving, Kenobu urges. Your group starts to move as fast as they can when the doors burst open from behind. You look over your shoulder, see the hallway beginning to fill with attackers, most of whom are dressed as guests. Hold them back! Kenobu shouts to the two remaining royal guards, who turn to fight back the horde of attackers. You keep your head facing forward, so you can't see what happened to them. But judging by the screams and the large number of footsteps, the two men didn't last long against the superior numbers. All that's left now are you, Kenobu, Elaine, as well as your mother and father. Your group manages to enter the dining hall, after which Kenobu immediately turns and slams the doors, before grabbing one of the prep tables and propping it up against the handles. He puts his back up against it just as you hear pounding on the thick wood. Go! I'll hold them here. You set down Elaine. You had better be right behind us, husband. You can feel the concern in her voice. He nods to her. I'll be right there. Then, just as your mother pulls your arm towards the stairs, someone appears in the stairwell, causing your father to raise up his sword and attack. No! Elaine yells. The light just barely hits Willow's face as your father just manages to divert his strike. The sword clangs off the stone, sending sparks flying. Father? Willow stares in horror at her father, desperately trying to hold back the men who are trying to break through. With every second, Kenobu seems to grow weaker and weaker. I can't hold this much longer. Get them out of here now! Willow's trembling. Elaine grabs her by the shoulders. He'll be right behind us, dear, but we need to go now. Willow freezes and tears well up in her eyes. I can't. Elaine shakes her. Yes, you can! Pieces of the door begin to splinter under the assault, revealing the ends of sword blades being used to attack it. Tyson, pick her up! Elaine yells. Under her command, you toss Willow over your shoulder. Something that would have gotten you punched under different circumstances. As you begin to ascend the stairs, you hear Kenobu call out. I love you, There's a sickening crunch, and then Willow screams. Looking over your shoulder, you just barely catch a glimpse of Ken's body slumped to the floor, with an arrow sticking out of the back of his head. Let me go, Tyson! Willow screams and pounds on your back as you ascend the staircase. As you crest the top of the stairs, she struggles harder, causing you to lose your balance and drop her. Both of you tumble to the ground in a heap, but she immediately gets up and breaks into a run towards the staircase. Her mother steps in front of her to stop her. Mom, I can get to him. He's gone, Willow. No, I can save him, Mom. Elaine shakes her head as tears fill her eyes. No, your father is gone. Willow shakes her head. No, he can't. The sound of footsteps climbing the stairwell begin to reverberate throughout the hallway. Elaine grabs her hand and pulls her towards the library. You follow suit. All 5 of you enter the room and slam the door closed as your father runs over to a statue of the first king of Braedon and twists the right hand while pushing on his belt buckle. There is a loud click, but nothing happens. No! The door is jammed! He runs over to a wall adorned with the shield of Braedon and begins trying to pry it open with his sword. Your mother gasps and runs over to help him. Together they try and pry open a hidden door behind the shield. But this passage probably hasn't been used in over 100 years. Tyson, grab something to help me! You search around the library for something sharp and manage to find a steel letter opener. You run it over to your father, who motions you to start trying to open it. Together, you manage to get the door open wide enough to grip it with your hands, but it's slow progress, as the hinges seem to have rusted. Then, you hear what sounds like footsteps in the hallway. Your father stands and grips the sword in his hand. We need more time. You look at him confused. Where are you going? He smiles to your group. I love every one of you with all my heart. May we meet again in the next life. In the next life. Lock it behind me, Elaine! To your horror, he sprints towards the library doors, opens them, and then slams them shut. Elaine hurries over and throws the latch, locking your father into the hallway. No! You scream and stand to go help the king. Your mother stops you with her hand. No, Tyson. Get the damn door open or he will have died for nothing. No, he doesn't have to die. I can save him. Your mother slaps you. You look to her in shock and can see tears in her eyes. Your father knew what would happen if he went out there. Do not let his sacrifice be in vain. All you want to do is lay down and cry. But something within you forces you to push through. You let out a pained yell and begin pulling on the stone door once again. To your surprise, you see another set of hands appear next to yours and starts helping you pull. Looking to your right, you see Willow. Her face is red, and tears are still streaming down her face, but she is pushing herself past the pain. Together, the two of you manage to open the small crawl space. Inside the door, there is a steel handle for closing it behind you. In the hall, you hear the clashing of steel against steel. There's a pained yell, followed by silence. Then, after 20 seconds, there's one final slash of a sword through flesh, and a thump before the footsteps start up again. It takes everything within you to keep you moving forward. You push Willow into the hole, and then your mother, before ushering in Elaine and following yourself. Close the door behind you, Tyson! You reach back and take a firm grip of the bar on the door. You begin to pull, and to the group's terror, the rusted metal bar rips out from the stone, and you fall backwards in the tunnel, your head impacting the ground, dazing you. Someone climbs over you from behind, headed back into the library, and calls out to you. Tyson! Elaine's voice snaps you out of your haze. You look up at her, and she smiles at you, tears still streaming down her face. Take care of my Willow. Willow screams for her mother, and you try to crawl back towards the library. Crawling and scraping at the stone. Elaine pushes on the ancient stone door with her back, just as the library doors burst open. There's yelling, and then you hear steel hit stone. A body falls, and a hot, wet liquid seeps into the tunnel, leaving you, your mother, and Willow sobbing in the darkness. So, how's everyone doing?
You made me cry.
Oh.
Did you actually try?
Yeah,
I was.
you did good with that, Wes. You did really good.
Thank you.
I feel a little bad because this whole time I was like yelling at Tyson about like my parents died and you weren't there.
And then we find out, yeah,
Surprise.
there was a
Hello,
lot
I
of
was.
revisions with how this was meant to play out. So I didn't realize that this was how it was going to all I have to say is this. But you did a really
Yeah.
tremendous job with that, Wes. With,
Thank you.
Yeah,
The
that was
house of trauma, everybody.
If you didn't get these going, I feel like more. But
I
you
think
got my
everybody,
sockets
including
going.
us, everybody in chat, Jaden is going to die, and it's
Oh,
going to be
absolutely.
funny.
Absolutely.
We're
Jaden's gonna
gonna
have
laugh.
absolute hell to
We're
pay.
gonna
In
have
a-
I'm gonna
in
kill
a
him.
way,
fun with that.
I guess
What
we'll
you'll
see.
notice with this player memory in the last one for Tyson is kind of a shared one with Tyson and Jade,
And
with
Jade,
Willow.
yeah.
So it's like a shared traumatic. Well, it was a nice romantic. Like I kept
the
seeing
moment.
where's Edgar. I'm like, hello.
I would have been more emotional if it weren't for Katie, like literally keeping me laughing the whole time.
This is how we deal with our trauma. We
No,
make
do
Just
not,
laugh paid
do
away.
not apologize because I severely needed that today.
I don't know what I've done with like these signs now. Like 10 out of 10 man is this, and there's
Yeah.
just what?
It's
So, overall, just not the best first date in history.
No,
No.
not really.
No,
I
I
We're still
would say
technically in
not.
our first one.
I just want to say just before, like, if like it escapes me, but so I had like this feeling of overwhelming, like all these emotions just feel overwhelming that I just feel numb. The only times I felt that was at the end of Infinity War, Endgame, WandaVision, and this.
So I've done
Not
okay.
anything.
I've done
Yeah,
okay.
so-
Let me
That's
say.
really
I would
good.
say you've done good.
Yay.
So all I'm saying is, like, with your writing doing that, like invoking that much emotion, not for us as players, but also with chat, like.
I will
Thank
say,
you.
This is the
Thank
thing
you,
as well as I
appreciate it.
know what's going to happen with Tyson's dad and eventually with Kenobu and Elaine. You still got me. Like I played myself because that's how we like wrote the Braedon part to be. But now you still got me. It's
yeah.
just the way that you wrote it and how you add emotion and the setting and just have it. We don't have a visual, but we can kind of see it happening. Like these rooms,
The
we
inner
kept
mind
going to
here.
rooms, and people kept dying for Tyson.
Hey,
It just adds more
imagination's
of
a
that
hell of a thing. It's
motion.
incredibly
Yeah.
powerful.
We're
I
gonna
will-
be like pissing on Jaden's grave.
Oh,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to
Oh, yeah.
destroy him.
I'm gonna
Not even
take
to
a
have a
big
grave.
pile of
Yeah, we
on
are.
his
We are gonna.
grave.
Yeah,
Perfect.
we're gonna string him up and we're gonna each
Pinata?
take our own shots at him. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he can be your practice dummy.
Wonderful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But yeah, thank
I
you
will
guys.
say,
You
We
know,
have new people in chat tonight, and they're like,
Oh, yeah.
no.
Oh, sorry.
They're like really impressed.
So to
how
those
this
new
stuff
people.
goes.
Hi.
Hello,
Yeah.
new people. How you doing?
First off,
This is
hello.
up to you.
Second of all of our other episodes are on YouTube if you want to watch those.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Please do
trauma in
catch up.
those
Welcome,
too.
guys.
Yeah. And
There's a
for-
lot more trauma to be had.
and
Welcome to
third of all-
Trauma Land. We
Yeah.
will take your tickets.
Yeah.
Welcome to Traumaland. Population us.
All of
Yeah.
us.
It's literally the player memory like collaboration goal. We're literally paying for trauma.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
It gets better. It
Sometimes
gets
you get
more and
diff-
more amazing every
Yeah.
week.
Sometimes you get nice things, but sometimes you get a lot of trauma.
Very rarely.
so, but
It's a healthy
yeah,
balance. It's a
Yeah,
healthy
this
Yes,
balance
that's fair.
of fun and trauma.
yeah,
Yeah.
but this is just a taste of the rest of what the campaign that is coming up to a year now. So
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Coming
Yeah,
up on a
it's the next
year.
month.
We've been doing this for a while.
Gonna have to come up with an
Can we
anniversary.
do a poll on how Tyson should...
Year for
What?
initiative.
Year of initiative?
Year
of
for
initiative.
initiative.
Not Tyson. Jaden. Not Tyson.
Yeah,
Jaden.
Sharna, that's.
Oh no, she
Thank
said
you.
it on
Okay.
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah.
Everywhere I go, she's like, how should Tyson die? Me. What?
How dare.
Well, you guys kind of seen a little bit, but you never know. There might be some stuff going forward because you guys don't know what happened after.
I don't
That is
either.
true.
Oh,
Guys,
wait, I do
remember
partially.
Grace?
I partially
I miss
do know.
Grace.
Yeah. This is where it's going to get a bit crazy because there's only parts that I know along the way
Mm-hmm.
with the
Yeah,
play
you,
memory.
you
and
knew
then
you knew
I'm
like
cold.
the checkpoints, but you don't know the full journey.
There's
Yeah,
there's a portion that I'll know that we'll get up to, and after that I'm out cold. Well, I'm out cold.
The
I'm
way that player
blacked out.
memories work is we give Wes an idea, and then he runs with it.
But
I
love
have
you,
clearly
Josh.
this, I think this
Thank you,
player
love.
memory brings me up to about 560 pages of backstory and lore.
Hell yeah, go you, Wiz.
Man, we need to turn this into a book.
Yeah.
I mean, it is fitting into books.
Yeah.
It'll-
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I gotta flush it all out because I mean the plan is still to make a book for each character.
That is
Oh,
true.
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's very fair.
I want a book.
That
Real
would be
quick.
amazing.
We
Yeah,
can
ro-
finally use it for our bit. Like, here's my
yeah.
volume.
Here's the
Get
volume
your
of
old
Tyson.
volume. Get him now.
Real quick, I just want to highlight Flower Child saying why
Oh,
I
yeah,
love you
did
for
mention that before.
initiative. Yeah, which is great.
Yeah.
And
Thank
also,
you.
something just occurred to me because someone mentioned Agatha in chat. It's like,
Mm.
wait a second. So the poison is for everybody to
They got
not
her.
remember
I mean, it's-
Tyson's face.
I mean, it's a bad thing that they got Agatha, but they got Agatha.
Is it canon?
They poisoned the wine. So
Oh,
anybody
so she would,
who drank wine,
He's gone.
Of age.
would they be of age? At her age? She's a bit
Is
older
there
Have
than
you ever
Tyson.
age limit
listen?
in
Have you
medieval
ever heard a drinking age limit in medieval times?
well, they become adults. They become adults at 13. So, like for example,
Oh, yeah.
Jade is 12 when this story is going on. Jade wouldn't have been able to drink.
Yeah.
But Agatha
So-
Is Tyson
was
Yeah,
supposedly
so-
older.
She's a bit
So
older.
Jade or Willow, she's technically like 16, 17, like in human kind of scale. Tyson
Yeah.
would have just been 18, and then
18.
you know,
Yeah.
and like as far as humans go, because they are considered adults in their mid-teens. So 13 is when they are in Braedon culture become adults, but they're like
Hey.
fully grown as physically by that point.
Yeah.
Katie, are you still drinking your wine or have you stopped?
Yeah, I saw you drinking. I'm like, is there some more wine? Can you fill up my
As
glass?
soon as I
Yeah.
heard
Can
poison
you
in
take
a
a
wine,
sip
I'd
for
be like,
us?
I'm good.
After this.
Good.
Let's play a memory.
But I
Take a
really
sip
hope you
first.
guys enjoyed the player memory. I hope you guys enjoyed all
It
the
was
RP
great.
today because it
Thank
was.
you.
I definitely had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Big
so
props to you.
we will be back next week, next Friday for Yeet for Initiative to continue where we left off.
Yeah.
And find out what happens with this new character who's also managing to hold on to some of the Nevad citizens.
Mary.
Yeah.
I
Mary.
actually wrote her name down for once.
Hey,
Yay.
what's your
2-year-old male Goliath. My wife. I'm kidding.
Oh, wow.
So
Queen.
I don't know
yeah,
why I did
you
that.
got you
It's
you
Liam
liked
Shin.
it, Creative Steve. Well, I'm glad. I'm really glad. Second
Oh wait,
watch, too.
what? You had to love it.
Um,
Different Steve. Nice name.
So yeah,
Oh,
let's
second watch, hey.
yeah let's
Go raid people.
yeah, let's go raid somebody real
Let's
quick.
Do the raid
Raw
thing.
is live,
There's a-
actually.
Couple of
Where?
Oh yeah, he is. Let's
He's streaming
let's raid him. real
Yeah.
quick.
Let's
a
raid
new
him.
game, Century.
Oh yeah, he was streaming that. He's been streaming that.
So
for a little
you
while.
guys have a great rest of your Friday night. Have a fantastic
guys.
weekend. Might stream
Bye,
some
everyone.
what's the game that we've been
Valheim.
playing?
Valheim.
Valheim. This weekend, but you never know.
I need
So
to join y'all when y'all play.
have a great evening,
have
and we'll
wish
I
see
had
you
it.
all next time.
guys.
Bye.
Bye.
We love you.